We are the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox One community. This is podcast number 237.
Hello.
Welcome to the stream,
Hello.
where we will be your miscellaneous gentlemen for the evening. The evening where we
all wore uniforms.
Talk about the XoneBros. I mean, the XoneBros? No, the Xbox One. That's what I mean. Gaming spews from our pheromones, and it cannot be resisted by anyone.
Yeah, you do have potent pheromones.
My pheromones, oof, let me tell
when you walk into a room, everyone
animals
goes,
turn
"Whoa,
their head.
that guy has some pheromones."
His pheromones are awesome.
They are. Yeah, that's the word I would use. Woo! Those pheromones are they're potent.
As always, I'm joined by the bros, the X1 It's Mr. McSpicy, George
Hello.
the Man, and I am X1. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Fallout 76, it's here, everybody. It has released. It has released to a bevy of reviews.
A bevy.
Bevy.
Pen. I need to learn this word.
I believe it means
Because I know that
plethora.
I know plethora.
Yes.
Bevy. B-E-V-Y.
Sometimes I use words incorrectly too, so this might be one of those cases. But whatever.
A bevy. Because bevy, isn't that like for Beverly? That's like an endearing nickname. Hey, Bevy. Can you bring me
Bev.
that glass of water?
Bevy is a large group of people or things of a particular kind.
So did you use it incorrectly? You did use it
I did.
incorrectly.
No, I used it correctly.
A large people.
Or things. A large group of things. So a large group of reviews.
Oh, a large group of. Okay, you used it right.
See? It's also a group of birds, especially quail. Particularly when closely gathered on the ground.
Especially quail.
Quail. It's a
All right.
bevy.
I don't know if I even need to learn this word.
That's
this
a
seems
bevy.
like a word that I'm never going to use.
Bevy of reviews. A little bit mixed reviews here. None of us has just released yesterday. None of us. Can I have my pen back? You're a pen thief, aren't you?
I have a bevy of pens.
Oh.
Here you go.
It's closely grouped birds. So we decided to put up a community review. If you want to be part of the community review, you can do so every so often over on Discord. It goes up. We try to get the opinions of the communities to see where the community's at. We're fairly accurate. I feel like I usually agree with the average of the community where it goes. So for Fallout 76, the community has spoken, the X1Bros community, and it is as follows. 17% gave Fallout 76 an A.
17%?
Yeah, this is an A through F rating.
Okay.
Here. 17% of our community gave it an A. 29% gave it a B. 35% gave it a C. And 17% gave it a D. C was the largest one. D and A were both tied. That works out to be a solid C.
So that the curve
2.4
goes like this.
Yes.
So it's like a perfect curve.
It's a C. It is
A perfect average
C.
curve.
Some people really liked it. Some people really don't. In comments, we always ask what criticisms you have about the game, and what do you really like about the game.
Can I just say, Death Star Destroyer says, so I guess the final score was a 76?
The final score, I don't know.
That's a C.
Oh, it was a 76. Oh, I get it. Get it. Fallout 76.
Yeah.
I got it.
That's funny.
That is funny.
Death Star Destroyer, that's a funny comment. Thank you for that. Now back to you, David.
Thank you. So we'll start with some of the criticisms. I only highlight the common criticisms. In other words, criticisms that more than one person had. Quite a few people had. I think leaving out actual NPCs was a mistake, or not enough NPCs in the game was a mistake.
I don't think there's any NPCs. There's bad people.
There's bad people,
but
there's bad multiplayer people.
Well, and there's like robot dudes that come around and shoot you, and mutant orcs.
Yeah, that was a common criticism. No NPCs, leaving them out was a mistake. Standard Bethesda bugs, otherwise, it was a common mistake. Bethesda, I mean, in a game like this, like Fallout, there's always bugs, glitches at the beginning, random things where you fall through the earth, for instance, or you get caught on especially with how big and vast the Fallout or Skyrim games are, right?
So you're saying this is common with a newly released Bethesda game?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
That's what multiple people had said that. And then the clanky menu for quick use items, multiple people didn't exactly like the menu layout. So that's the common criticisms that we've had, or that the community had. Common things that they like. I love the huge world and how much there is to explore and see. There may be a lack of story and life in the world, but they make up for it with survival aspects. looting and progression system. There is a lot of content here. It's Fallout with my friends. That's enough for me. That's that was said actually the most by far. I think we had like
Fallout with my friends.
over 50 times. Fallout with friends. Fallout with my pals. Fallout
an
hangout.
FWF, if you will.
FWF. It's like a BFF,
But with Fallout.
but with Fallout. I like we could get like.
I would say that pretty much every game is more fun with friends.
Yeah, is there a game that's not more fun with friends? Wait, hold on.
I'm pretty sure there's not.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I can think of something.
Last-
That's a challenge.
Last but not least, another common compliment of the game is that the light survival aspects and exploration are fun, and building is a blast.
Everybody is saying like single player games in chat are no. If you could play those single player games with your friends, it would be more fun.
This is true. Skyrim with your friends, which
Well,
was
that's
ESO, which wasn't as fun.
Oh. Yeah,
I got you.
but that's because it's a different
But
game.
it's a different game. Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was different. I mean, it was in the same world, but it was a different game.
Definitely different game.
If the original Skyrim could be with your friends,
Yeah. Anyway,
that'd
so
be fun.
So there you go.
Fuzro daw each other like a duel. Like take 10 paces, and Fuzro daw you, and see how far you can launch each other. That'd be cool.
Just have a Skyrim battle game. That's it. The only like a side-scrolling Mortal Kombat, but just Skyrim battles.
okay, and like that
Fighting
would be
game.
the Aryuket from like Ken or something,
That would be cool.
or Yoga Flame.
Dude, wouldn't that be cool? Why don't they put someone from Skyrim into Soul Calibur?
Yeah, Jordan.
Geralt's there.
Come on, Jordan.
What the heck?
Who would be from Skyrim? Because Skyrim
Me?
is you. Yeah, that's what,
Yeah, me.
Yeah, me.
I would be there.
An elf? I don't know. Dark
Yeah.
elf? That's a
now
thief?
that you think of it, there weren't a lot of key characters in that
No, I'm
game.
like,
well, 'cause you can
there's that
kill
racist
anybody.
guy with the racist Nord guy that
Oh,
sits
the
on
king?
his throne.
But I actually like him.
he had a lot of conviction in his beliefs. That's for sure.
No, but I think he was an interesting character. There's the priest guy that's the Frus Roda teacher guy up on the mountain,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the monk. But interesting enough, we don't know any of their names.
That's because they're monks.
Well, and I killed him like 1,500 times just to level up my sneak skill.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was a glitch. That's
Yeah.
right. You could do that. I
killed-
remember that.
I would hit him,
Well,
and he
they
would
were-
turn around and be like, "Where the heck did he go?" And then he'd sit back down, and I hit him again. Where did he go? Though that group of monks were very smart.
Oh, they were dumb.
They're
For
pretty dumb.
being enlightened, they were stupid.
I poked him in the butt quite a bit.
No common sense. Aim for the anus. Your philosophy.
Yeah, that's true. It'll up your sneak
Up your
skill.
sneak skill. Makes aiming less important.
Yeah, within 45 minutes, aiming for the anus got me to level 99.
Fallout 76, the community gives it a solid C. It will be interesting to see where this game is at in a week. So I think I get the impression that Bethesda made some changes with this game, obviously. Chose to go a completely different route than traditional Fallout. Some people really enjoy it, and some people really don't. And I think whenever you make a change, you're going to get that. So it'll be interesting to see, I'd say in a week or two, where this game lies, if most of the reviews are positive, negative, how people feel about the game in about 2 weeks. That will determine if Bethesda chooses to continue this way, if it was a success, or if it's not a success. Honestly, I think it's too early to tell whether or not it was a success or not.
Yeah, I agree.
With any change like that big of a change, with that big of an IP, there's going to be lovers and haters.
So I've been watching streams, and I haven't played it, but I've
Sure.
been watching streams, and I want to play it. It looks like Fallout.
Yeah, no, it does.
It has the environment of Fallout. It like compared to ESO, or let's compare Skyrim to ESO.
Yeah.
That's a pretty drastic change. I felt.
They had different feels, even.
Yeah.
This one doesn't
This-
feel.
From what I've seen, it looks and feels similar, more similar than that drastic change. And I could be wrong. And I want to play it, so I'll play it this week. But I don't know. You know,
Yeah. I don't know. I know.
I don't know. I know either.
Madden, we have the Madden League, the Madden the Gathering League, the XoneBros Madden the Gathering League. It's in its playoffs.
Madden the Gathering?
Madden the Gathering. That's
Let's
what we're
put
calling
the,
it.
the
That's the
little-
name of it.
Yeah, that just like threw me off. I
That's
had to
the
think
name of
about
the
it.
league, yeah.
I had to think about it.
I did not make the playoffs.
Okay.
Sounds about right. Just kidding.
I
You're
dominated
really
at first, and then I stopped playing online, and I would only play my game matches, and so everyone eventually passes you in skill when you do that. You got to play more. So I'm looking forward to season 2. I will. This is my building year. This was my building year.
How often do they have seasons in that game?
I mean, this is the end of season 1, and it
So
came out
do
in
the math.
August.
3 months.
3 months. Yeah, we do 2 games a week, 16 games a season. So it's not bad. So 8 weeks about for a season. Anyways, Madden the Gathering. We're on a new season. With a new season, a lot of people will be leaving. There'll be some turnover. If you're looking to jump into a Madden season and you want to jump in one, just head over to Discord, the XoneBros Discord, XoneBros.com. Hit the Discord button and
It'll be a channel.
Go over to Madden. Yeah, there's a Madden channel and the Madden League channel, and just let them know, hey guys, I'm interested in joining. When we get the new Madden season, which will start in a week, probably next week, I would imagine, you'll be on a team, and we do a draft. We're going to do a season 2 draft, and the whole shot. It's going to be a blast. I'm building my team.
It's a building year.
Coming for the Super Bowl, baby. Super Bowl it up.
Nice.
Anyways, so come and join us for that. I think that's all the announcements that we have. Can't think of anything. With that, let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Jordan,
Tell
what's
us.
new this week
In the world of Xbox One.
Hey,
Jordan, what is your pheromones like? Let me take a whiff.
I don't know what that means.
My natural smell is vanilla.
Oh,
It's very, very pleasant.
that is pleasant. Vanilla. Mm-hmm. My natural smell is dirty English.
What's yours, Jordan? Like burritos?
Yeah,
Or
Jordan's
fast food.
Jordan's-
Fast food would be really tempting.
Jordan's clean Colombian.
Jordan's not having any of it today.
Yeah, Jordan, you seem a little tired, man. What's up?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
You do have your hair's got this like 60s cool.
It's Noctis.
I'm at the beach. Look,
He's got
going
Noctis
on
hair.
today. Noctis hair.
Yeah, it's actually really cool.
That is cool. Jordan, you want me to go get you a soda or something? Wake up. Did you need an energy drink?
I have a Jolly Rancher you can have. Here
No,
you go.
I'm-
It's my favorite color and flavor.
Jordan, you're in the
I'm fine.
epilogue, by the way, of Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Okay, no spoilers. 0. Do not tell me anything.
I literally cannot talk about it whatsoever, else it'll ruin the entire game.
Okay, but I want to know, do you
I
like
can't
it?
even tell you where the rocks are placed.
Do you
That's
like
how-
it? But do you like it?
But I can't even tell
Did it-
you that because
Did it
even
blow you
that
away?
might-
Really?
yeah, even that might give you some clues.
Okay,
to what's
did it
gonna
make you
happen.
smile? Did it make you feel good?
I'm telling you,
You can't say
There's a
anything.
lot of
When
stuff.
you played the game, did it make you want to eat food?
you don't even want to know that.
Oh my!
I'm telling you, there was a lot that happened in the last mission.
that blew your mind.
It just did stuff.
Okay, I just finished chapter 3.
You're on chapter 4 with me. We're together.
Yeah, I'm
me and
just-
David are together now.
Just on chapter 4, and let me tell you, the last 2 missions in chapter 3, mind blown. MBJ's all over the place. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I haven't had good MBJ in a while. That gave me a
Yeah.
MBJ.
Yeah, the last mission takes you through a lot of emotions, and then the epilogue takes you through even more.
Oh, like the game. So Jordan, I remember we were on stream, and Jordan was talking and saying, "Man, this game's really picking up." And that's how I feel at the end of chapter 3. All of a sudden, it just goes into the next gear, and boom, takes off.
Yeah, it does that.
100 miles an hour.
Does that again.
Oh,
Like the epilogue, the gameplay gets slower, but the content
Increases substantially.
In which that epilogue is about. It's fascinating.
fascinations.
About what percent? That might.
Well, because here's the thing, I don't think your percentage is going to be accurate because
It has. No, it has.
It fills a
it
lot.
has story
It
percentage.
has story percentage.
It fills a lot of holes.
Oh, does it?
That's always a plus.
That is a plus. A
You ever
big
see the
plus.
movie Holes?
I
them
have
up.
actually.
It's a good show.
Shia LaBeouf is one of my favorite actors.
He did really good in that one.
I don't care that he's gone off the deep end. I think he's a bored. I think he's a talented board guy.
Bored.
With
What
money.
do you mean bored?
Like he does weird stuff now.
What's a board? Like he's
he's
like a
bored.
2x4?
No, like he's bored.
Oh, like
Yeah.
like the world doesn't fascinate him anymore.
Like yeah, he's
seen it.
He's done what he wants
He's
to do.
on such a higher level, the world doesn't
I
fascinate.
mean, after you hang out with Transformers,
Yeah, that's
what
true.
else? What
And
life
golf,
is?
win
Life
a
is
championship golf round,
life is pretty bland after that.
dig holes, be a Disney star,
Catch a murderer,
Catch a
have the
murderer.
government spy on you.
meet
That's
The
their-
man
true,
has
man.
lived a full
see
life.
aliens.
There's a lot on that list.
Go
Did
to
you already say dig holes?
go to youth
Yeah.
prison and dig holes
Yeah.
with weird cowboys?
Did you know? Do you know what I really like is the guy from Psych that's on that. That's like I can fix that. Remember that guy? He's the one that liked the shooting,
Oh yeah,
the cowgirl
Dual Hill. He was also
on
Psych.
Cosby. He was on Cosby too. He was
Oh,
the
really?
Cosby little kid.
He was also the president's helper
The president's helper and what?
in the West Wing.
Oh, that guy. I know that guy.
He's
yeah,
awesome.
he's cool. I
Yeah.
like him.
I like him a lot
fix
too.
that.
I can fix that. I can fix that. And then he gets closer. I can fix that. Remember that part? Yeah. And you're like, ooh, that guy's got game.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Jordan, tell us. The Xbox One World, a lot of stuff came. It was the Fan Fest in Mexico City.
Yeah, XO.
And those Mexicans know how to party.
18.
Let me tell you, I was watching it and I was jealous. I wanted to be there with my hombres.
Hombres.
Wait, I think I said that wrong.
No, they said it good enough
Oh, okay.
for us to know what you were saying.
My amigos.
You said that good too.
My amigos, dude.
That's really good. Your Spanish is on par.
Thank you.
There's a lot that happened.
Gracias.
Yeah, you sounded really good. What do you talk about, Jordan?
There was a lot that happened this last week. So,
there is.
first
Lots of
off,
stuff.
we got a lot of new Game Pass games.
pull up
Boom.
news.
16 new ones.
16. So, in order,
In order, baby.
you got PUBG, which is now Game Pass.
Oh, that's big, actually. I really think this will go a long way in cementing PUBG in the Battle Royale lifestyle competition against Fortnite.
Lifestyle competition. Did you use that word correctly in this case?
I don't know.
You just
Just
shooting by the
winging
hip,
it, man. I'm telling you, my pheromones are just spewing
Yeah.
out of me and just
They're making me nauseous. They're that potent.
my gaming pheromones. This is what the Xbox smells like. Smell it.
So, you got
That's what we call dirty English.
PUBG. The next one is actually probably my most
Dude, this one
excited
looks really
game.
interesting.
Void Bastards.
Void Bastards. It looks
It's
so
basically
good.
comic book sci-fi Doom.
Arena battle.
Like the original Doom, like
Yeah.
1990s Doom
Huh.
or 80, whenever it
it
came
looks
out.
really cool.
Like it's that Doom style.
Yeah, a lot of people's favorite game coming to Game Pass is this out of
Yeah.
all of them. They're
Very
really looking
cool.
forward to it.
You also got Crackdown 3, which officially has a release date of February 15th.
Finally, they also
2019.
showed some of the multiplayer gameplay. Looks really cool. Also, something that they announced, and we kind of discussed this last week. In I forget who's in. Anyways, in talking about how utilization of servers, the destruction is all on their servers. So you get to experience the destruction whether you're on the OG Xbox or the Project Scorpio. You know, the Xbox One X. Doesn't matter. The destruction in that world in that multiplayer event will be the same, and they showed it, and it's everything. It looks cool. It looks really cool. I'm going to be interested. I never played the OG Crackdown, although that is backwards compatible and
Yes.
and free to play at the
That is
moment.
backwards compatible.
Yes. So maybe I'll jump in and play that. But really cool. Finally, though, February 15th.
Yeah. Of next year, 2019. We also got Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
What are you thinking? It's this year or?
Well, I mean, they could have said February 15th and not given a year.
Oh, that's true.
It's true.
That's-
I mean,
they
they've
could.
been known. They've been known.
Psych.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Wait, hold on. Can we not pass over Hellblade? Because have you had a chance to play Hellblade?
No, not yet, but I hear it's really good.
Oh, have you had a chance to play Hellblade?
No, but
Oh, yeah, but I hear it's really good.
I have seen the parts where she stares into your eyes,
That's crazy. When she,
and you feel like she's reading into your
I'm oddly,
soul.
even though she's a psychopath, I'm oddly attracted to her.
Well, aren't you oddly attracted to a lot of
They're
psychopaths?
crazy peoples. I don't know why.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, Taylor Swift. She's kind of crazy.
Is she?
No, I don't know.
No.
Crazy.
I think
Hollywood.
she's just hot. I think you're just attracted to hot people.
Hollywood.
No, I don't know. Anyways,
I feel like I'm attracted to hot people.
you know what? You are. You
I
are.
feel like that's a thing.
Yeah, I think you're unique that
It's
way.
a trait.
That's what makes you unique.
Yeah. Well, attracted to that person. They're hot.
No, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. It's on Game Pass. This game is such cool, unique, excellent storytelling. Now you get a chance to play it. You got to play it with headphones on. It does things with sounds that tell a story. While I you know what it's like? It's like if you were to play Red Dead Redemption, and while you're traveling to a place with someone on a mission, if you were to not listen. Like, that's how they're telling the story as you're riding, and it's the same way with Senua. You'll just be walking along, and you're getting story, but it's not like it's crazy. She
It's
hears
different.
She hears voices. She's a crazy person. She's schizophrenic, and it's so cool. It's a really cool experience.
Yeah, no,
Excellent,
it's-
excellent storytelling and beautiful. Looks really good.
Yeah.
So Hellblade.
Yep, it's on Game Pass.
Ooh,
Well, it's going to be on Game Pass December 17th. You got the Ori series, a really big, exciting one, Thief of Thieves. This is actually a comic book series that I have. I
from
bought
The Walking Dead dude,
Yeah,
right?
I bought it day one when it like first came out because it's from Robert Kirkman, and he's the guy that wrote The Walking Dead. And like when the TV show The Walking Dead came out, now the first issue is like worth a lot of money. So I was like, I'm gonna just buy this right now. So in 20 years, when they make a TV show out of this,
It'll be worth a lot of
I
money.
got the first one.
Yeah.
And it's actually really good. It's basically
smart.
a comic book version of Ocean's 11.
Okay.
Not 12 and 13, like just 11. Like
Yeah,
it's,
the good one.
The good one, yeah.
Yeah.
And they stay good.
Okay,
You
I
know?
appreciate
well,
that.
at least as far as I've read.
So now
it's
this
really
is a
cool
game.
to see. Yeah, the game come out season 1.
Sorry.
go
I
ahead.
know you guys want to talk about games, so now I want to talk about Ocean's 11.
Oh, tell
Well,
me,
you
what are
should
your
get
thoughts
Thief
on
of
Ocean
Thieves.
11?
Yeah, Thief of Thieves.
And now I don't know how the
Why
game.
watch
the game
Ocean's
I
11
don't-
when you can play Ocean's
Yeah,
11?
I don't know about the game, but the comic books are pretty good.
I really like the not George Clooney, the other guy.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I couldn't remember his name. I like how he's
Rusty.
always eating.
Yeah,
And do you know why he's always eating?
because
Because he snuck food on and he's always eating it.
uh,
That's why. That's
Oh,
why
it
his
wasn't
character-
like part of the
no,
script? He was just
he
doing
was
it?
just hungry.
That's hilarious. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do too. I think
Nice
that's
little
fantastic.
Easter egg.
So he's just sitting there eating food, and he would pull it out of like the garbage can where he hid it or something, and just eat a burger.
That is hilarious.
And now it's like every scene in there is him eating food.
I like that.
Yeah,
Makes
it
me
adds
hungry.
to his character.
yeah. Same with Tony Stark in all the Avengers. You know how he's like pulling stuff out and he's eating a lot, like
That's what he did too.
yeah. And they would take it from him,
Is
and
that
he
a-
would hide it.
Is that like an acting technique? Like it calms you down or something?
No, I think on set there's not a lot of time to eat in certain points of shooting, and so they do what they can.
Oh,
Well, it's
that's
like,
what-
did you hear what Chris Pratt did, Star-Lord?
What do you do?
So he was so excited playing Star-Lord, he actually made the sound effects for his guns. Yeah, and he'd be doing shooting, and they'd get really.
Kenny, it's pachoo, pachoo.
They got super mad at him. They're like, dude, you just wasted like $3 million. Stop doing that.
That's funny.
that is funny.
So Thief of Thieves is like Ocean's 11.
Yeah. Well, at least the comic book is the game. I'm really excited to play it. It's on Game Pass right now. We got Kingdom 2 Crowns, After Charge, Supermarket Shriek, Mutant Year Zero, Pathologic 2, The Good Life, Secret Neighbor, Agents of Mayhem, which is another good one, MXGP3, and Thomas Was Alone.
I don't know, when I see Thomas of Alone, I think Alan Wake, but I don't know why I think that. It has nothing to do with it.
I think of Thomas
know.
the train.
The tank engine.
Ah, Thomas the
Yeah.
Tank, yeah.
Toot toot. That guy.
Before moving on, Red Nona's
With Ringo.
Red Nona's wrote in
Red
and
Nona's.
said, following the announcement of XO18 revealing 16 titles coming to Game Pass in the future, which game interests you the most? He says, I'm most excited about Void Bastards, which looks to be a loot and get out first-person strategy shooter. Love the podcast and the bonus night streams. Jordan, you agree with him.
I think that was the best one.
Void Bastards for you,
That
most
one
excited
was-
for?
Mark, you I don't know if you've seen this trailer or not. David saw it, but you'll like I instantly fell in love with it.
Instant.
It was
Yeah?
super
love.
good. It was super good. I know it was a train.
I'm most excited for Hellblade. Hellblade is, if you've not played it, again, it's
Premiere.
It's a masterpiece. Like that's. I've been
why
throwing that
Microsoft
word
bought 'em.
around a lot lately,
That's why Microsoft went
mostly
out
to
and bought 'em.
describe my body, but it's a masterpiece.
That's why they bought him.
That's why. Yes. Hey, you know what the discussion I had at work today? Plus size. So I said, because this person that I work with has
Are they plus size?
doesn't ever, she has to remind herself to eat, like she doesn't have an appetite.
Yeah.
So she has to like schedule her eating food, right?
Uh-huh.
And I said, man, I wish I had that. If I had that, what you have, I would be an underwear model today.
Uh-huh.
And then I said, you know what's interesting? There's no plus size men underwear model. There's plus size women underwear models. They're fairly attractive women.
Uh-huh.
Plus size. Why is there not a plus size man?
I don't know.
Well,
That's a
'cause-
fantastic
A
question.
man walking out there
Well-
in some tidy whities,
Well,
with the gut
'cause-
hanging out.
I'll be honest with me.
Yeah.
I appreciate fat shaming. I really want to see myself fat and then see other people better, so it motivates me to get thinner. Does that make sense?
I would like to see some plus size men.
No, not me. It's like, oh, that guy.
No, here's
that
why.
guy's crotch is
Here's
on
why.
point.
Because in the words of Seinfeld, men's bodies are built for utility. We're like Jeeps. And so if you pull up with a semi, no one's going to want to drive off-road in that semi. Well, actually, I might want to. But it's utilitarian, whereas women are much more aesthetically pleasing. They're built for aesthetics, the way their bodies are,
Yeah.
So a plus size woman
thought it was
Victoria's
the
Secret
opposite.
plus size
Well, I
model
thought-
is still super freaking attractive.
Well, I thought it was the opposite.
Men are only attractive when they're lean, mean fighting machines,
No, but that's what I'm saying. I thought it was.
or they've got
That's
a really
not true.
good,
Look at this.
or they've got a really good personality,
No, I thought
Okay.
it was. I thought it
and
was.
they're fully clothed.
No, I thought it was the opposite.
What?
Because like if I was watching this thing on the National Geographic Channel, so no one can get mad at me for what I'm about to say. It's literally science of nature.
According to the National
According to the National
Uh-oh.
Geographic.
I'm a little bit worried.
I'm
now.
worried about what
Yeah.
you're about
No,
to say.
Get that beat button ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
In nature.
This is the closest thing I have to a beat button. The achievement sound.
in nature is National Geographic, man. In nature, the male of the species is more like extravagant, right? Because it needs
Like
to
a duck, like a duck, or peacock.
or peacock, yeah. So like the male peacocks are the ones that have the little pretty feather, pretty
'Cause they've
stuff,
gotta
right?
attract the
Because they got to
females.
attract the female. The female of the species is always more utility driven, like for babies and stuff like that, because they're the mother. They
Okay,
provide. You know what I mean?
yeah, but that's same.
And then
Functionally
no,
speaking,
hold on,
Okay.
let me tell you this. And then it said there's also another species that we could talk about. And then they went to humans, and they're like same thing. Men are more like. They said something. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they said like the same thing. Like men are. Yeah, it was just.
Well,
it was
I mean,
weird.
I'm not going to be able to breastfeed or bear
I'm not-
children.
well, that's what I'm saying.
So in that respect,
Like
I'm not
You're
built
more.
for utility.
You're like you're symmetrical.
but I am. I'm a hunter gatherer,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and as a hunter gatherer, if you're fat and out of shape, plus size, you can't walk down that runway model. I mean, that runway model. You can't walk down that runway.
runway.
You
Yeah,
can't
the
be a
runway.
plus size model.
Yeah.
But as a nurturer,
It also
slash
said.
utilitarian.
It also said men of the human species, us, instead of having like prettier all this stuff, we show off our toys.
oh,
That's like so that like
because
cars.
that's providing, showing the proof.
So
of
it like
able
flashed
to
this
provide.
car show, and these guys were like
That's why
laying
rich-
across their
that's why
hoods,
rich
like,
guys-
"Oh, yeah, look
That's
at
why
my
rich
car."
guys get the ladies.
It was basically like Fast and the Furious,
'Cause you
where,
can
like,
provide.
right before they street race. All the dudes are like, "Yeah, look at my engine,"
hunter gatherer.
and the ladies are like, "Whoa, look at his engine."
Yeah.
It's like it brings it in.
No, I've always think. Nah, I don't think I could say.
It's okay, you can. You know, National Geographic. That's why
I just default. Let me tell you my
National
strategy.
Geographic.
Dirty English pheromones.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, no, that's what I.
Nobody can
So-
can resist the dirty English pheromones.
You remember how a couple of weeks ago you said that like makeup is cheating?
Yeah, I think makeup is cheating,
And that's,
but I like it. Don't get me wrong. Like boom.
Everybody likes cheating.
Yeah, I don't mind.
everybody likes hot things.
Yeah. I mean, if you can cheat.
No,
and not
I mean
get
like
caught.
men just. I mean, some men. I don't know. I have no idea how I'm supposed to put my feelings and thoughts into words.
Hey, you want to hear something I heard on the radio?
Uh-oh.
Since you can't put your feelings. And
Well,
thoughts
because
into words?
I'm just gonna say this, because like men, have a natural handsomeness. Well, women do too, but
I think it's because we're attracted to women.
I
right?
think that's
You know?
probably true. Yeah,
And
I like hot
that's-
things.
Yeah, and then that's why they're
I mean,
I
we're just
really
trying-
don't know where we're going this with, but I want to tell you
No.
what I heard on the radio.
Yeah.
The number one look for men right now is heavy stubble.
Oh yeah. I see
Number
that.
2 is light stubble. Number 3 is clean shaven.
So
Yeah.
basically, all your options
So all your
fall
options are
somewhere in 1, 2, or 3.
Well, no, there's heavy beard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay.
and that doesn't make the list.
That doesn't make the
No,
list.
no,
huh?
it's not in. It wasn't according to the radio. It was not in the
Wait,
top
this
3.
is but so that's like the attractive level,
Yeah,
or what
but
is that?
they apparently got like 10 women, and they
Okay.
all voted. I don't know. They got a number of women, and they voted.
Well, that's because I
heavy
know
stubble.
why.
Heavy stubble is the number one
It's
attractive.
because-
then light stubble, then clean shaven.
The only reason this is true is because Thor or Captain America
But you would count as heavy
don't
stubble.
have heavy beards.
But you would count as heavy stubble.
you put Captain America with a heavy beard, I'm going to be attracted to it.
Yeah, but you count as heavy stubble. Like when they say beards, they're meaning like long.
No, I
beards.
know.
Yeah. So you're number 1.
Check out. It's because they weren't looking at Leonidas.
That guy has a mean beard.
See, he should be on that top
When
3
you're
list.
like when your beard moves when you talk, you know it's a good.
But
beard.
I think this is not top 3 like looks. This is like most
Overall?
popular. How many people are doing that?
No, it was what women prefer.
Oh, they prefer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they prefer Mark.
Oh, damn it.
you know what?
Right now, anyway.
I just achievement unlocked that shiz. No. Thank you, everybody.
Heavy stubble is what they prefer.
I'm gonna. You want
then light stubble, then clean shaven.
So besides Game Pass,
So we are a gaming podcast. We went
Beside-
way off the rails.
besides Game Pass, I mean, you get
Yeah,
it all
they,
in. You get love advice.
yeah.
You get how to capture women and
Beard stuff.
beard
radio stuff. In addition to the games, though, they
two new
added
studios.
2 new studios. In Exile is one of them, which I've heard of before, and a few people have heard of before. The other one that most people have probably heard of before.
So
is
wait, hold on. In Exile,
Yeah.
created Wasteland 2,
Yeah.
Torment, Tides of Numeria, which is so freaking good. I love that game.
Oh yeah.
There's it starts, you fall from space, and then there's a fuzzy mirror, and you go, oh, it's so
Yeah,
cool.
it is good.
It's hardcore RPG.
And then Obsidian is the other one, which they were the most notable one. Like the one I thought of right away was Fallout New Vegas. They were responsible for that, which in my opinion was some of the best DLC I've played.
and
they
also
had
did,
Romans. I mean,
Star Wars Knights of
You
the Old
remember that?
Republic 2.
didn't they do the first one as well, or did they just do the second one?
Second one.
That's still a good one.
Second one. Also, South Park Stick of Truth.
That's right. I was telling Mark they did Stick
Good
of
game.
Truth.
That's a
and
good one.
Pillars of Eternity, which I've not played, but Pillars of Eternity is the brainchild or the inspiration for games like Divinity: Original Sin, Wasteland 2. Like Pillars of Eternity is the standard. So these are very two very serious developers.
Oh, yeah.
Storytelling developers, RPG heavy developers. Very exciting. I think this is a good pick. The momentum is with Xbox, in my opinion, moving into the next E3.
Well, and it just keeps going because let me tell you, there's more announcements than that.
Oh,
You
well,
want me to tell you what's going on?
Well, continue. Yes.
Well, let me tell you, in Minecraft,
Yes,
we
there's
got
pandas-
cats and
pandas.
pandas.
Cats and pandas now, yes.
It was actually a pretty hilarious video when I watched it.
I watched it.
Yeah, it's cats and pandas are finally coming to Minecraft. I don't know.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
So
Cats-
it's about time.
Cats and Pandas, which is very cool. Crazy Larry came back. There's a lot of deals going on for Black Friday, which is next week, so be sure to jump on those deals. Forza announced some Hoonigan? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, the
Hoonigan
Hoonigan cars, yeah.
which is very cool.
Those are the drifting ones currently, right?
Drifting cars, yeah.
Yeah. Those are the ones I
Jump
got.
in,
that,
jump on and roll through those.
that
drifts.
didn't work.
That didn't work for you. I mean, I think there's skill involved.
I was told those are the good ones to do, and they just don't work.
Metro, haven't heard from them in a while, well, since E3, but they just announced the Spartan edition of Metro Exodus, which is basically a collector's edition with a statue.
Oh, I like statues.
Yep.
Physical statues.
Physical statue.
Someone should announce a statue, and it's only an in-game statue.
And I think it comes in a radioactive tin.
Ooh.
Yeah, because nuclear
Yeah,
fallout.
I like it.
And that's
Very cool.
Wait, is that in game?
No, it's
So
literally
you
like
get a radio. So
Well, it's not really
They send you
radioactive.
plutonium.
Yeah, it's not really radio. They just say it is.
Okay. Oh, okay.
On the front, it says it is. So you gotta be careful.
okay.
Maybe they accidentally sent you the wrong one.
Maybe they
so.
sent you some sort of.
There is the new Shadow of the Tomb Raider. They showed off the Forge trailer, which was pretty cool.
Saw that.
hmm And then, hey, dude, these guys are quickly becoming my two favorite people in the world. The Devil May Cry 5.
Oh.
It announced its Void mode. It's the same people from. It's the same two guys. Oh, I forget their names. They were at Gamescom. They came on stage at E3 when everybody went crazy. But it was so funny when this video started. It's like, hey, you may remember us, and they're like walking down the street in Japan. Like, they're so funny. They're like the coolest duo I've ever met.
Who are these guys?
The two guys from the game director and the game producer of Devil May Cry 5.
Devil May Cry 5. I gotcha. Okay.
They announced the Void mode, which is basically like a practice mode where you can go in and practice all your cool Devil
May Cry
breakers.
moves.
Yeah, so Just Cause 4, I'm very excited for this game.
Oh, so the developer for that is also a fun guy.
He's a really fun guy.
He's hilarious.
They showed off Eye of the Storm cinematic trailer.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a tornado, surfing a car that got caught up in the tornado, blowing stuff up, and then a plane is falling down after you.
Sounds like a good time.
Dude, Just Cause. You can just do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
Just Cause. You don't really think of this, but he talked about during the interview they had with him. He talked about how hard it was to actually do a tornado in the world because think of a tornado, how everything would have to react to it.
The physics.
And if you
behind it,
think
yeah.
about it, like that probably is really hard. You don't just put that in there.
You don't just /tornado it.
Yeah, you don't I don't know.
Execute.
So, State of Decay, Zed Hunter pack coming out. A bunch of new stuff in the Zed Hunter pack, which is very cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of cool announcements for State of Decay. And then my favorite announcement that David hates is the Sea of Thieves Arena.
No, I don't hate it. Okay, I do think Sea of Thieves definitely needs something like this, an arena.
Yeah.
My only problem with the announcement is they didn't show me like any game modes. I just
Well,
give me a little bit
they
more.
kind of showed you the little gameplay.
No, that could have. I bet you they took that footage from 4 people just running on an island. That's it. They're like, hey guys, just run towards each other and we'll say you're fighting. Like they didn't show me. Show me a game mode. Give me a little bit of details, at least how it's going to work. You don't even have to show me footage. Just show me how it's going to work. But all
Well,
it
they
was
kind of did. It's basically
No,
first team
all
to
they
get the
said is-
most treasure.
they didn't say that. You don't know that.
Yeah, I did. I just said it right here on the trailer.
You're
Ready?
guessing at that.
No. Compete
Compete
against
against rival crews.
Okay,
Hold on. Here it is.
okay.
Here, give me
All
one
right.
second. Everybody's shooting at each other. Hold on.
Nope, I'm not saying it.
Hold on. To get the most treasure.
Oh, okay, that's still weak. That doesn't tell me anything.
And actually, if you look at the trailer, I don't know if you guys noticed this as well, but when they're shooting cannons, you'll notice the cannons are colored. There's like a green one here, and I'll pull it up right here so you can guys see. If you look at the cannon,
So you can see if a
So-
specific team.
well,
is
no.
shooting those.
I think those are power ups you can probably find in these matches because I assume, and this is just me, that these are isolated sections. Obviously, right? I mean, you don't want to say, okay, guys, here's the whole map.
Like
go.
it'll be its own PvP section.
Yeah, because they did say in the menu you're either going to choose normal Sea of Thieves or competitive Sea of Thieves. Like
Okay.
you're actually going to go into that server. So I think those might be like power ups, kind of in the game that you find because it was weird to see like a purple cannon, a green cannon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe power ups, or I mean I haven't played Sea of Thieves for a while, so maybe it's just something I don't know about.
I mean, I think it's super exciting, and I think adding this multiplayer aspect, you could do more with
Yeah.
trading and experience and leveling
Yeah.
up stuff.
What I think it's you can expand it a lot, which I think is maybe their answer to Skull and Bones.
Oh, very nice.
Because you can expand, a competitive game mode to.
I'd
Yeah.
say this is more of a teaser. I don't think a teaser has to explain everything.
No, it's true. It
Well,
was.
because
It was.
they
It really
also
doesn't-
talked about their, I believe, their
doesn't say
November update, and then they said this is coming later in 2019.
Yeah, this is
So-
coming afterwards. So
Oh.
early. They did say early 2019.
Sorry, I actually changed my mind. This is my second favorite thing. My number one favorite thing: New Kingdom Hearts trailer. Got a Winnie the Pooh trailer.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh Poohs.
100 Acre Wood. I don't know if you ever played Kingdom Hearts, but there's a book called 100 Acre Wood, and you go in there and you help Pooh and his
Where
friends.
Christopher Robin plays.
It's really good.
They're gonna have a lot of. They said they're gonna have puzzles and mini games this time around in the 100 Acre Wood.
Oh, okay, cool.
It looks good, man.
Have they not been to the 100 Acre Woods prior?
No, it's in every
any of
game.
It is in every game.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with it.
Okay. It's interesting. So I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
It's very good.
I'm very interested to see how this all feels and works when I do play it.
I have no idea how
with
I can.
different Disney with
I
Winnie the
don't-
Pooh.
I honestly, there.
I don't
is-
know how I can get into this game.
Dude,
there
what if Winnie
is-
the Pooh has like the coolest kill cam or something like kill move, execution, move.
Brutality.
brutality. He like puts a honeypot on your head and I don't know,
Fatality.
you blow up.
Oh yeah, why isn't Winnie the Pooh in Soul Calibur?
Dude, there we go. Bring
He
those
doesn't
guys
have a
over.
weapon.
Yeah, yeah, he'll poo you to death.
If a Super Smash Brothers existed with only Disney characters, who would you be?
With only Disney characters.
Only Disney characters.
Thor.
No, okay. No. Traditional Disney. You can't go. You can't go.
Can't
Marvel.
go beyond
Can't go Marvel.
2005.
Can't go Marvel.
Nothing
go-
beyond
can't go
2005.
Marvel.
Traditional.
So like animations.
Yeah, like animations.
I'll be the genie.
Genie. It's not bad. He probably has like a disappear mode, maybe.
Yeah, and
ability.
he goes on vacation at the end. I appreciate that.
Genie. That might be a tough one to beat in a Super Smash Brothers. Jordan, who would you be?
Phenomenal cosmic power.
Oh man, I don't know. That's really tough.
I think I'd be Buzz Lightyear. He
That's-
probably
that's a
has a
good one.
move where you like jump up and shoot rockets out of your hand
Yeah.
down at people.
He's also a toy.
because he's also.
I'd crush it.
and he glides with style.
Could you be Sid? Because Sid is vicious.
Sid is actually.
He attaches rockets.
He's got
to
heart,
you.
man.
Sid would tear it up.
Dude, he would hit you below the belt, man.
I also think Ariel's dad from The Little Mermaid,
King Trident.
King Trident. I mean,
Well, 'cause
he's
got
basically Poseidon.
Yeah, why did they just call? Oh, probably because they couldn't. Well, no, Poseidon's not trademarked.
I'm pretty sure Zeus and the Greek gods have trademarked.
yeah, it's been trademarked.
You got to go to Olympus and ask them if they
4,000
can-
years.
4000 BC.
Yeah,
It was
that-
trademarked way back then.
No, that's a good question.
Ursula.
Ursula, I feel like would be kind of.
She just
lame.
kind of.
I'd be the priest that marries them.
We all know what his superpower is.
He's a happy man.
I feel like Mufasa would be a pretty cool character to play.
Mufasa, Scar.
Yeah, because he's Darth Vader.
Oh,
That's
the,
not fair.
The antelope people that kill
Everything
Mufasa.
the light touches, man. Everything the light
Who
touches.
are the animals that kill Mufasa? Can you be them?
The hyena, Whoopi Goldberg?
No.
Wait, what?
Remember Mufasa dies from all those animals?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can
The
you be them?
wildebeest?
Yeah.
No,
It
that's
is-
going to be someone's
and you
ability.
just run
you know
back and
who's,
forth?
That'll be Scar's ability.
That'll be Scar's ability.
It's his
Scar will
ultimate?
call down wildebeests to trample.
And you
as
gotta
his
jump onto
and
the upper
as his-
platforms?
as his finishing move.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is tough.
I-
There's a
I-
lot of good ones.
I think I've got a winner.
The aristocrats, aristocats.
Any one of the 101 Dalmatians?
Yeah. Oh wow.
one.
Well, see, you would be in numbers, right? It'd be a numbers game at that point.
Cruella DeVille.
Her car, she'd come in her
crazy
car.
car.
With her long
Oh, we're on to
smoked
something here.
cigarette?
Dude,
How many-
Disney, listen to us.
How many IPs can we rip off?
Disney.
The Great Mouse Detective?
Super Smash Brothers, Disney style.
There's a lot of things you could do.
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow?
I hope Jack Sparrow gets smashed.
Wait, really? Why? I think he's funny.
I liked him.
I don't like Jack Sparrow.
I don't
I thought he was funny, and then I got tired of his shtick.
Well, that's because they're
They
like
made 8
it's
movies.
like Land Before Time. They have like a billion
Could
of
you
them.
be
A billion
Land Before
movies,
Time
but then
and
even
that
like,
Disney movie?
and then even like I saw Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, which is one of my favorite movies, the OG Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory
Yeah, it's good.
of all time. And then Jack Sparrow all of a sudden shows up just with pink makeup on as Willy Wonka, Jack Sparrow style. Ruined that movie for me too. Thanks a lot, Jack.
I actually can
He's
I be,
also
can I be honest?
a wizard now.
I honestly don't know what you just said. Is Jack Sparrow a Willy Wonka?
Yep.
Oh.
Have you not seen that?
I haven't.
What is it? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I think is this the name of this one. Tim Burton did
I
it.
believe
Oh, okay.
Casted
okay.
Jack Sparrow, and basically it's Jack Sparrow as Willy Wonka.
yeah,
Didn't
Very-
work out. Didn't
he's
work
right.
out for you.
Very annoying.
No. Super Smash Brothers Disney Edition.
Yeah, it would be
I
good.
like it. What
It'd
are we
be good.
talking about?
They,
Next, Jordan.
They also showed off what David talked about earlier, Wrecking Zone from Crackdown 3. It's the new multiplayer mode.
Boom.
Basically, you can blow everything up,
Ooh.
and that's pretty
Yeah,
much it.
then that's where they showed off that not to worry. It doesn't matter what version of the Xbox you're on. It's server side destruction, so
Yeah.
it's offloading onto the servers. It looks it looks really cool. Like I'm excited to experience it and see what it's like.
Then they smashed it with another huge announcement.
Speaking of smashing,
They announced that Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13-2, and Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13 are all backward compatible.
Yeah.
And
those games.
on top of that, because of their, as they said on Twitter, close relationship with Square Enix, they were able to get the original, what'd they say, the original images or something like that. Anyway, so they are X1X enhanced.
Ooh.
So they are higher, and I was watching someone play the X1 enhanced Final Fantasy 13-1,
Yeah.
like the first one, 13, and like for a game that came out in 2008 on the 360,
Looks good,
It looks
huh?
like it could have came out
Tomorrow.
last year. Well, maybe 2013.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean it was edgy and stuff, but it still looked like you can play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It still looked good.
They
So-
like Blu-rayed it.
Hercules. That's
Yeah,
who
oh,
I'd
that's a
be.
good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good
he
one.
goes the distance.
Oh, I'd be the Incredibles, the dad from the Incredibles.
Yeah,
That's Pixar. That doesn't count.
That's Disney.
Disney Pixar.
I don't care.
Disney Pixar. Then you can't have Toy Story in there either. If you can't
That
have
was your
Pixar.
option. I chose the genie and Hercules. They'll tag team it.
So
Now
now here's my
so
thing.
Wait,
So
wait. Speaking of, so first of all, which of these are you most excited to play of the Final Fantasy
well, okay,
backwards
the first one.
compatibility?
Okay. So I like all Final Fantasy games. They all, I like some of them more than I do others,
Sure.
right? Like the only one I didn't. I mean, even then it was. I mean, they're all Final Fantasy is a cool series, and it's unique in the fact that every game you get, it's kind of got its own flair because each numbered Final Fantasy is a different director, a different story, different gameplay. You know what I mean? So they each got their own flair, if you will, right? I liked 13, but at the time I was just ready for a new cast of characters. So I was like, 13-2, same thing again, and then Lightning Returns, like get over it, just give me a new one, right? But so I never played 13-2 and I never played Lightning Returns, but a friend of mine at work just went through them all recently
Okay.
on his PlayStation 3 because he had them all there, and he told me, he said, look, Final Fantasy 13 was designed as a trilogy, so like it really is very good, the overarching story between them.
So you can't,
because I asked him,
you can't play it by itself.
well,
standalone.
no, you can Final Fantasy 13, right? But he says it was they had a trilogy in mind when making it, so it does continue properly. Whereas, like, if you take 10 and 10-2, 10 was really good, and then 10-2 comes along, and you're like, what are you doing?
What's
Like,
this
it
off?
was kind of like it didn't flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas these two flow. And he told me that 13-2 and Lightning Returns did have very good stories, so I would enjoy them. I was like, okay.
So you think you'll go
And-
back and try those out now?
Yeah. I'm gonna play Final Fantasy. I'm gonna play them all in order, right? But I did like Final Fantasy 13. I didn't have anything. It wasn't my favorite Final Fantasy because we've talked about it, before. And you can go back to episodes where I say I get tired of Lightning, which I mean I did at the time, but I don't know. Maybe it's the nostalgia of going back to it. But I'm excited to play them again. They are backward compatible. If you want to buy them, it's only like $7.99, so it's really cheap
That's
for
not
each
bad,
of them.
yeah.
Yeah, because they're old games. But what's really cool is Lightning Returns, which a lot of people missed out on because it came out in 2013, which I believe is when the next generation launched.
Yeah.
So a lot of people kind of left that one behind. When you look at that one on Xbox One X, it looks really good.
Oh, nice.
Because it was just kind of right at that cusp. You
yeah,
know what
where
I mean?
it could
Where it
before
so
graphics
that-
got
the
good.
assets, I think Final Fantasy 13 has X1X enhancements, but 13.2 and Lightning Return has 4K upgrades.
What's interesting is Final Fantasy. Here's some random Final Fantasy facts here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Final Fantasy VII basically put PlayStation on the map and was huge. Brought RPGs mainstream to America. Blah 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 with the PlayStation. Prior to that, it was Square Enix, Squaresoft, right?
It was Square and then
It was Squaresoft.
Squaresoft.
They were on the Nintendo. The only reason Nintendo didn't have Final Fantasy VII and it jumped ship to PlayStation is because Nintendo was worried about pirating, did not make the move to CDs, stayed with cartridges, could only handle about a gigabyte of data, while a CD could handle 8. Final Fantasy VII, the developer said, "Nope, we're going PlayStation. We want to take full
You need the
advantage
room, yeah.
of
Yeah,
the
3D,
data."
yeah.
That's why.
And it still had
4
3
discs.
discs, didn't it?
Yeah, 4,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, did
4?
it?
It
Maybe
had
3.
4?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just remember that I always got
Even a fat
excited
one.
when I got far enough in the game that I
to
was like,
switch the disc.
yeah, I'm on the next
A new
disc.
disc.
Well, that's
They should make you do that digitally.
really interesting story because that's actually how
Red Dead.
that's actually how
funny.
Nintendo created PlayStation. Have you heard that?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no, that's
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
talking about
yeah,
it before the
that's-
show.
that
I've
was
been
really
I've been
interesting,
going through the history of all the
Because
consoles and
Nintendo
stuff.
asked Sony to make them a disc-based gaming system, and then they're like, "Nah, we
Yeah,
don't want it anymore."
but Final
And they're like,
Fantasy
"Oh."
made the jump, and Square Enix to this day is big on
So-
PlayStation because of it.
Mr. Incredible is Nintendo, and Syndrome is PlayStation.
Yes.
See what I did there?
Sure.
I see what
yeah.
you did.
Yeah,
I like it.
because Nintendo created.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Sony,
Yeah, they
PlayStation.
basically did.
They basically did.
Actually, they did.
They literally did, and then cut them off.
And then Xbox just jumped in.
They're just
and
like-
said,
Let's just put all this stuff in a
Said
big, huge
wo-
monster box.
"We
Yeah.
do PC gaming. We can destroy here.
Yeah.
Sony, let's take them on."
Yeah. And then they got Halo in it. Without Halo, they wouldn't exist.
And they
So
stole
anyway.
Halo from Apple. And next thing we know,
No, they did, yeah.
Next thing we know,
Like, we'll do it.
that was Bill Gates getting back at Steve Jobs.
Oh, yeah? Come over
Yeah,
here.
Come over here. Halo, hey, we got Halo. Boom. Mic drop. Xbox created.
So Apple created Xbox.
Apple created Xbox, and Microsoft created Apple.
Wow.
They all
See
create
how
each other.
that circle
Whoa.
of life. That circle of life.
Then they all sue each other.
And they all sue each other.
They all give each other money, and they all,
Samsung jumps in there somewhere every
Somewhere
once
with
in a while.
phones. Oh, yeah.
No, but very cool. The Final Fantasy 13 trilogy on the available now. Like it's right. I have them all downloaded on my Xbox. I'm excited to play Final Fantasy 13. I really enjoyed the a lot. This was kind of the mixture of Final Fantasy because Final Fantasy 13 changed up the combat.
Yeah.
So it's not like 15 where it's action combat.
Yeah.
It's I don't know how to explain it. It's action turn-based combat. So basically what happens is, traditional Final Fantasy games,
Yeah.
you turn-based combat, you
Yeah.
pick up an ability, you do it. In this one, you have a gauge that doesn't slowly, it
Comes across.
yeah.
And
it
then
builds
once it-
up,
once it
and
hits
once
it,
it gets
then
to
you
a
can
certain
do it,
point,
yeah.
you can use abilities. So it's an ever flowing battle. There's no turns, but you do have to wait for your gauge to come up. So it's kind of an action. It's really I liked it.
Well, that's
as a
how
combat system.
it wasn't Final Fantasy 7.
Not even close.
No, but didn't your gauge go over?
Well, that
and
was
then
your
it
limit.
turn?
I think that was your limit breaker or limit gauge or something like
And
that.
then
limit
you
breaker.
would be your turn, and if that was faster, you could do have 2 turns before.
Well, no.
that
See,
person-
Oh, it was like
you're
a
saying
timer
turn
almost?
though, but no, I think that was like the limit. I don't know. Final Fantasy VII was still turn based. The enemies took a turn. Your party each took a turn.
Oh, what am I thinking of then?
I have no idea. They may have a gauge that I think was maybe the limit breaker. Or
I'm
something
gonna
like
check
that.
it out.
But anyway,
I can't remember.
I'm really excited for this. The more Final Fantasy we can get. We also got 10 and 10-2 coming later. 10 was really good. 10-2 wasn't necessarily bad. It was just the way 10 ended, David, was really well done.
Oh, okay.
And then they came in with 10-2 and tried to rearrange. And it just, for me, it just kind of...
yeah, you're right.
Tweaked it a little too much for you.
Well, like, because something happens at the end
Why
of 10.
is your hand on my shoulder?
I get really emotional when I talk about
Okay.
10. You know what I mean? Titus.
Please put it back. It
Okay,
felt good.
so 10
Thank you.
is
We're all connected.
I really enjoyed 10. It's got one of the actually best sports I've ever seen. Water ball gravity.
sports?
Yeah, it's crazy. I got to show it to you. It's fantastic. But anyway, and then 10-2 came out. Not a bad game, but just the story, yeah, you know what I mean?
Could have done better.
Yeah. And then you got Final Fantasy VII coming later next year as well. I mean, we got a lot of Final Fantasy coming.
Yeah.
It's
It's a good time. It's exciting.
because I enjoy Final Fantasy.
Well, those games take hundreds of hours to finish.
Any
They're
game,
fantastic.
any
Yeah.
game with the word fantasy in it usually excites me.
Yeah, so that's really big. Huge news right here, guys.
Huge.
Huge news. Battlefield 5 Deluxe Edition is now available. So if you have EA access, you can get the Battlefield trial right now for 10 hours, which is a good time. The Deluxe Edition actually just launched today, which gives you early access to the full game.
It's
So
full
if you
out.
have the Deluxe Edition, you get the full game
Been
early.
watching people play it all day today.
Yeah, it's very
looking
fun.
good.
I have played it. I have a couple clips that I want to show you guys afterwards.
Ooh, I'm excited.
The core mechanics are solid.
Solid.
They feel really
Whoa,
good.
Any complaints?
I don't
Any compliments?
I don't know. No, I think the core mechanics are solid.
Yeah.
There's a few, glitchy bugs here and there, but nothing too game breaking that I've encountered, right? And I've only played a few matches here and there though. But I don't know. I feel like I haven't had enough time with it.
It's
because I don't
gonna-
really know the maps. I don't know if
It's
they're-
going to be interesting to see head to head with Call of Duty. Did them waiting a month to release after Call of Duty is out? How does that play? How does it stand up? And can it stand up to Call of Duty Blackout, which is a game changer for the Call of Duty?
What I don't like is and Mark was actually with me on this, or with me like sitting next to me when I said this.
Okay.
I don't like when I log into a game and I go into the menu and then there's tabs at the bottom that say "coming in December," "coming soon." You know what I mean? And that just bothers.
That
like
means the game's
whole,
not released.
The whole Tides of War thing. Like that one, I gave some leniency. Like, okay, that's because that's kind of your like seasons, if you will. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I'm like, okay, but there was the practice range, and it was like coming December 9th.
Yeah.
You couldn't put you know what I mean? It just bothered.
Why
like,
isn't the practice
why
range
isn't the
in
practice
the game?
range in
Well,
the
and it
game?
doesn't launch with.
Why
their-
is it? And it's already not launching with the battle royale.
With the
that
Battle
they
Royale
announced, you know
mode,
what I
yeah.
mean? So that's a little. I mean, that's maybe that's more impatience on my part.
Is it something
But
similar?
I
So
just-
wait, when Call of Duty launched, it launched with Blackout
Oh yeah.
right away. Red Dead is waited a month for online, but that's a different situation where that's a primary single player game, and then online is coming out sometime this month. So approximately a month later.
And I would say it's actually smart that they did it that way.
Yeah.
Because the game takes a lot of time to play it, right? And then it'll keep the hype going. I think it's a marketing thing that they did. It'll keep the hype going for the game for added life.
Yeah. But that's a complete game outside of multiplayer.
Yeah.
Whereas Battlefield 5 is primarily multiplayer for
Well, I
most
mean, it has
for
a
lot
single
of people.
player campaign, but I haven't touched it yet. I jumped
Yeah.
right into the multiplayer. I don't know. It's just.
I
And
get
again,
that.
it might be because I want these features that I'm just disappointed that they're not in my hands
Already,
now.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's just I don't like seeing like blank spaces on the menu when you log into a game. Dave, you know what I mean?
Did Battlefront do that? Didn't Battlefront do
Well-
that when it launched too?
It's definitely not a marketing thing with Battlefield because I'm not going to come back in a month to play practice mode. You know?
Yeah.
That's just
That's a good point.
That's strange that's
But
not
that's
there.
not included, or if just don't have it on there at all.
Well, yeah,
That's
just
good.
yeah. And then I
No,
don't
but
know
I-
about
and
it.
then have a surprise later, like,
hey, we
hey,
added
guess
I'll be
what?
honest.
We thought we'd bring this out for you guys.
Battlefield really tries to make the menu system as complicated as possible.
They are terrible menus.
They really they try.
Like I remember for community play, you guys weren't going to be there, and I had to host it, and I went the night before to make sure I knew how to invite
Doing your
everybody to
homework?
a multiplayer because it's insanity.
well, yeah, and then they always have you've been invited to a game. Press Y to continue. Yes. Do you want to join the game? Press Y. Yes. Hold down Y if you want to join. Okay, I said yes. Join the party. I can't just let me one button get into my friend's game.
Just Halo
it's
it
funny
with
when,
lobbies.
It's
Yeah.
funny
Halo
when,
lobbies,
like,
that's
when
all we
you're in
need.
the squad, it asks you again if you want to join the game. Your squad's joining, and it's like, well, yeah,
that's why I'm squatted
why
up.
That's why I joined the squad.
No, I just want to join
Just was here to hang out.
But
Yeah.
So my
that-
avatar appears on there.
menus aside, some of the features not in the game, like Battle Royale, practice, range, mode, Tides of War, all that stuff, right? The core gameplay mechanics are solid.
Solid,
They
gritty.
feel good. Feel better than they did at E3, I think.
Oh, let me tell you how
It
well they
feels
felt
tight.
at E3.
It's good to have actual like rocket propelled grenades again, you know, like RPGs and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind the setting of World War II. It's fine because there's a little bit more technology than World War One. I mean, I like World War One. It was refreshing. I wouldn't have cared if we went back modern or anything like that
Yeah.
with this one. But I'm really enjoying it. The Frostbite engine looks fantastic. The destruction is fantastic. It's where I'm at in it right now. I'm having a lot of fun with the multiplayer. The customizations aren't as crazy and wacky as I thought they would be. I think they actually took a lot of that out because, or maybe I just don't have all the weird crap unlocked yet.
Yeah, you might have to unlock some
I might
of
have to
it.
unlock the weird crap. But I think they.
I've been watching people play it. It looks cool.
Well, I think
mean,
they actually might have
it looks
dialed
really
back
good.
the customization because there was a lot of like, well, is this World War II or is this
Yeah.
Or is this Willy Wonka?
or is this Willy Wonka's World War
Jack
II?
Sparrow,
Tim
did Jack
Burton.
Sparrow get a hold of this?
Jack Sparrow.
No, but I mean, all complaints aside, whatever complaint you had about it, trailers, marketing, all that stuff, the core gameplay is solid. I love that you have to worry about your ammo.
And
I
catching the ammo.
Yeah, you gotta catch it.
You gotta
I
catch
love
the ammo.
that everybody has their own health pack that only heals you 25% of range. Where it feels like every class is important and has a role. And I see myself upset when people don't give me ammo or
Yeah.
medical help because I'm like, guys,
That's the story of my life when I play Battlefield.
Yeah.
That's why I end up being the guy that gives
medic?
help. Yeah, give help.
You
'Cause
see
you
a
need
need,
it.
you see a
I
need,
need
and
it.
you fulfill it.
I give it to myself.
So it's very cool, very pretty. The guns feel it's the core gameplay feels fantastic.
Can we
So-
talk about a big announcement? And that was the November update that they talked about on Inside Xbox this last week at XO18, and they talked keyboard and mouse support. It's here. It's
Yeah,
official.
Wednesday. Last Wednesday. Yes.
Launched for what six titles, I believe it was. Hold on,
Fortnite
where's
was
that?
one of them.
Fortnite's one of them. It's one of the first titles to support mouse and keyboard input. It's going to be really interesting to see how Fortnite handles matchmaking with.
They
mouse
already
and
said
keyboard
how they were gonna do
input.
it.
Oh, did they? How are they doing that?
So a couple weeks ago, they implemented a input-based matchmaking system. So basically, you can't take the advantage. Essentially, well, I mean, basically
Keyboard and mouse is going to play with keyboard,
Keyboard
and
and
mouse.
mouse.
Controller's going to play
Play
with
with
controller.
controller.
Cool.
That's it.
Very
Yeah.
cool. I mean, and that's it's so simple. I think that's how everyone's going to go that direction. I think you're just going to have to. Other games that now support or that are coming, anyways, that was announced is Warframe. I think
Warframe.
actually that's there. Bomber Crew, Deep Rock Galactic, Strange Brigade, Vermintide 2. Which actually I don't know how Vermintide. I prefer to play that on the controller. Vermintide 2. I don't
know.
think
Maybe
that's a
I'll try
mouse
the
and
mouse.
keyboard.
Well, if you're
Keyboard
used to
Oh, sorry.
first person.
I just
shooters
thought of
with
something,
a
and when you're
mouse.
done, I gotta tell you why I made a life change this week.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
hold
sorry.
that thought because X-Morph Defense, don't know that game. Children of Morta, Daisy, Minion Master, Moonlight, Vigor, Warface, and Wargroove. Wargroove is going to be.
Wargroove.
That's the one with your Stardew Valley developer, Chucklefish.
Oh yeah.
That's which is turn-based. But that's cool. That one actually will work really well for keyboard and mouse support. Very exciting. It's here. It's official. They're also partnering Microsoft with Razer.
That's the part. That's the part.
Here it is.
So yeah, can I tell you I made a life change this week about this?
Can I announce this?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
go
talk
ahead.
about
Yeah,
it?
go ahead.
Yeah, so they're partnering with Razer to offer games a premier mouse and keyboard experience through an all-new Razer Creator designed for the Xbox mouse and keyboard. It's built from the ground up for gaming on Xbox One and Windows 10. It will come equipped with a dedicated Xbox key and support for the new Xbox dynamic lighting capability, enabling immersive game-controlled lighting effects.
Which that part's pretty cool. Which basically means they talked about it like you can have your health bar on your keys. You know, like this first row can all be red and it syncs as you're dying.
Oh,
that's cool.
That's
That's
awesome.
really cool.
That way, when I'm not, I'll be looking down at my keyboard and then I'll die.
My
You'll
health-
die and you'll just see it go zoop.
So
And you'll be frustrated but impressed.
Yeah, but
well, that's what
impressive at the
I
same
believe.
time.
I
I'm
think
not
it was,
even mad.
I think it was Jeff Rubenstein that was talking about it, and he said that was one feature you can do. Anyway, it looked cool. But anyway, my life changed. Computer, hardware, mouse, keyboard, all this stuff. I will only buy Razer from this day forward.
You're going all Razer all
all
the
Razer
time.
because when they introduced the CEO of Razer and he like said what he was doing, that guy has got a passion.
Tell me.
Leonidas?
Yeah, he is the Leonidas of Asia. Oh, really? Like,
I
have you
didn't
not
see this? I didn't see this.
I think
no.
his name was Pin or something like that. Pin.
What'd he do?
He would just the way he described like what Razer did. Like it's like we're Razer. And
We're
make,
Razer.
and we make the best mouse and key. And
He was so excited about it.
No, like it was an excitement, but he was like stone face serious. Like if someone
Like
said
a
no, you
war-
don't.
like
If
a-
someone said no, you don't, he would have stood up and punched that guy. Like it was so intense. I will, and because
But
of
a
that,
motivating,
yeah,
like,
and I was like,
rah, follow
was-
you into battle.
because I was just gonna like, I was like, oh, that's cool that they're partnering with Razer. I'm just gonna plug.
face.
I'm just gonna plug in mine, right? And then they're like, but here's our partner over the CEO.
How
And
much
this,
does it-
this was the CEO?
Zooms right into his eyes.
Yeah, this was the CEO.
So help me.
the glaze, the gaze, the
Yeah,
military
it was
gaze.
so serious. And maybe I'm talking it up too much, but when I watched this, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not just gonna plug in my keyboard. I am getting
You're
a
right.
Razer.
I gotta get the
Yeah.
best.
And then
I'm
it-
with you.
And then like he just like
For Xbox.
To battle.
he was so it was awesome. Razer's like one of my favorite companies now because of the and he was the CEO. Like he
So
wasn't just a
how
worker.
much did
He was
they-
like the guy.
Did they talk price for the Xbox? I mean, they'll probably have tiers. They'll probably have like a
I don't
premium.
know. All he told
Jordan
me
doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's
matter.
going into battle.
No, they didn't talk
What's
about
nice
price.
for me is I play my Xbox at a desk, so I just
Yeah.
bloop, bloop.
Yeah, they didn't talk about price, but he did say very confidently that we would see more at CES.
I do roll with the Razer mouse.
I do too, actually.
Is it
I
the
got a
Nagata?
Naga.
The Naga, yes.
Yeah, I have
the
a Naga.
Naga 2 is what I have with all the little buttons.
Mine was a $5 ripoff from Amazon.
Nice,
Dude,
Yeah.
but-
very nice.
It
And then-
changes colors. See, there it is, right there.
Oh, that's
It's cute.
nice. I like that.
Nice and red.
Yeah, dude, it was.
There's
I'm
another
gonna
one
show
over
you.
there.
Maybe I
Cool.
really think I feel like I'm talking it up too much, but maybe it's just because and just his determination of how.
How he's number one.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you are,
I'm
man.
the best. So help me, if you get my product, you'll be the best too. Go, Joe!
But he didn't even smile. He didn't
You want to
smile.
be the best gamer? Do you want to be the best gamer? You clearly don't want to be
Get
the
the
best
power
gamer.
glove.
He didn't smile. Like his emotions stayed just stone face. Like that's why I was like, dude, if someone says no, I'm not getting Razer, he would have stood up and just punched him in the face with a Razer mouse.
Just threw it at him. He just
Yeah.
throw a mouse at him.
It's basically
beats him
like
with a Razer
runs
keyboard.
at
old school Nintendo commercials. That's what it's like. Oh, I gotta get that Nintendo power.
Yeah. Oh man, it was awesome. I'll show you guys afterwards. It was
Red Dead
freaking-
Redemption, last but not least.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption has cheat codes.
Yeah.
Did you guys know this?
I did not know
There
this,
is a
no.
setting in the main menu. It's actually it's really cool how Rockstar does it. But anyway, there's a setting in the settings of the menu. There's a cheat code option, and you can type in cheat codes to give yourself
For quote, added fun.
added. Yeah, that's how they market it. Hey guys, you want to have
Added fun.
So what do the cheat codes do?
So basically, they do a variety of things, and
None
what's-
of these are spoilers, like
Well,
story spoilers.
the like I
No.
was reading this from GameSpot and stuff like that. They all suggest you beat the game before you use the cheat codes, but actually
no, 'cause-
some cheat codes won't even unlock until you get into a certain part of the
Oh,
story
okay.
anyway. But basically, the one I want to do is there's one. What do you type in? I forget what it is, but basically you type it into the cheat code and you can make Arthur just straight up drunk at the tap of a button. So you're just walking and then you can just go bloop and he's just bam drunk, full on
100%
hungover,
drunk.
yeah, just gone.
Sometimes when I chew my tobacco, you get a little
Yeah.
quick little
Yeah.
kick.
Oh, a little hit? Yeah. Oh, I
So
need that
by-
for my Deadeye.
Yeah,
By
Deadeye.
inputting a fool on command in the cheats menu, you'll unlock the drunk option, which will instantly make Arthur intoxicated.
What are some other ones? Do you
Some
know?
other ones, I think there was ride, which will actually come in handy because if your horse dies and you're in the middle of nowhere, just do ride, and you'll get like the greatest horse in the world will just pop up next to you.
Oh, okay.
So,
Can I tell you how I use my Deadeye? Mick Spicy, you tell me how you use yours.
Okay.
Here's how I use mine. I'm in a gunfight,
Yeah?
clearly.
Okay.
Let's say there's 4 people across the street. We're just blazing,
Uh-huh.
whipping out my pistols. I go Deadeye, face shot, trigger. So it just like blows, and I don't do click, click, click.
Yep.
Takes too much time. I just one at
And
a
it
time.
wastes too
Boom,
much
boom,
Deadeye.
boom. Yeah. Then I turn Deadeye, face shot, click.
Yeah. Sometimes, so I do it depending on my mood.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll just burn it all up
Okay.
and do a total Doc Holiday and just slowly go across just so I can hit them all at once, goo, and then double tap left bumper and do the spin and put
So
it in.
is there a way? What I don't like is it keeps me in slow motion. Is there a way? Because in Red Dead 1, you would go out and it would just fast, like you could see it in real time.
Oh,
I think that was
Yeah.
in multiplayer. In the single player, it kept you in slow motion. In
Are you
multiplayer,
sure?
because
Are you
remember
sure?
multiplayer, you can do Deadeye, and you just painted some poor dude you saw running across the saloon.
And it was just
it
fast.
kept it in real time because it was multiplayer. It just changed the screen. In single player, I think it was always slow.
I don't remember that. All I remember is I want to see it in. I want to see me just instead of slow motion.
I sometimes just click it real quick just to reload fast because it reloads when you touch it. So
It's like a McCree
Oh.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And so you can just you can not even burn up anything, and you can have unlimited bullets essentially if you just tap and then keep going.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you have bullets that you're carrying, right?
Well, do you not have bullets? I feel like
Sometimes I suffer from a lack of bullets.
go to the gunsmith and buy bullets.
Well, actually,
I know.
David, if you
They're
need
cheap.
more bullets,
I can type in bullet.
no,
bullet.
yeah. If
but
you
this
go to the
disables
cheats,
all your achievements.
no, if you go to the cheats menu, type in "abundance is the dullest desire," just reload your ammo instantly.
Ah. You know, I won't use the cheat codes. When I'm done, what I might do, I'm thinking about going through and doing a second playthrough in this game and like being all 100% bad all the time, just to see how it's different, what the world should
Yeah.
be like. You know.
You know what you should also do
Hmm.
is they have the split tip ammo. Have you ever
Oh
made
yeah.
that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that makes it so your Deadeye lasts a lot
Yeah,
longer.
I've been using split tip. I didn't realize for a long time. I'm like, how do I load this stuff? I didn't realize when you go to your gun,
Yeah.
It's
you just
all
right
right.
there. It's left and right on the D-pad. But
I've spent out. Is there a way to do multiple ones? Because I spend like craft.
Let me see if
craft.
there's a cheat code real quick. I
No,
don't think there is.
I don't want to waste my. I want the.
no, I don't
achievements.
think there is a way to do multiple ones. I think you got to do one at a time that way.
'Cause
Maybe
I
there's
sat-
an achievement. Use a
Sit
cheat.
there for a long time pressing A.
But
That's
you're
good,
right.
though.
Feels
That's
like a
good.
Telltale game.
That puts in, you put in the effort when you do that.
Yeah. When I shoot that guy in the head that he deserved it.
I'm in the epilogue.
Yeah, you told us.
It's really good.
Yeah. Hey, where are you at?
The epilogue.
Oh,
Part 1, not
oh,
part
okay.
2. I'm gonna
Oh,
finish them
okay.
both tonight and be done.
Oh man, just in time. Red Dead Online, guys. I really hope
Yeah.
posses are a thing. Everybody out there, if you want to be in a posse, the XoneBros posse, we are going to be murderous. Like we're going to be like the mafia, just no tolerance, like zero tolerance policy. Someone messes with anybody in our posse,
You deal with one, you deal with all.
yeah, one clan,
The
any other
Musketeers.
gang messes with us, we spend the rest of our lives destroying them. And we're going to have the numbers more than most clans out there. We don't have to be good. They could be very skilled 5-man teams, 10-man teams,
But when you
20-man
just
teams.
got a
But when we have
bunch
when
of-
we have thousands, we will just roughshot them. They will wish they never lived. They'll
Yeah.
throw their
all for one and
controllers.
one for all.
Amen.
I'm
I feel
D'Artagnan.
like
then
we
we'll
need- I feel like we need,
crouch
like,
on
a
their
unique-
dead bodies.
Aim for the anus.
Aim for the anus.
Aim for the anus, and don't take from nobody.
I like it. I like it.
That brings us to the next segment of our show. This is the portion of the show where we discuss your questions, where we take questions from the mailbag. To submit a question to the mailbag, all you have to do is subscribe to us over on Patreon, patreon.com/positivegaming or x1bros.com/support. You can support the show, help us get to a studio. We're over halfway there now. We're really excited. When we get to that studio, we will be creating additional content, additional shows, really help to grow the community even more. I mean, it's growing at a breakneck speed right now. LZ Man, before I get to the question, LZ Man in chat says, hold A down while crafting split point bullets. It's a little faster than pressing for each bullet.
Yeah, I would just like to just have him do it all.
Like you can max out. Like when you sell something, you can hold down Y and it sells all
In
of
the
them.
wild
Well,
west.
just can I put it like 100 and then just put my controller down while he's just going at it?
Oh, AFK.
Yeah, AFK fishing?
bullet,
AFK
yeah.
bullet making. I like that.
Yeah, me too.
I like that a lot. First question comes from the one and only Devout Cannon. Devout Cannon writes in and says, there has been a recent trend among online games where the release of the game is now actually the beta. Whether developers are honest about that or not, this allows them to get feedback from a much larger base of players and add features to the game that players advocate for. He says, I actually love this model and am willing to go through weeks or even months of growing pains as long as the commitment to improving the game is there. Some people make the valid argument that studios should release these games ready to go day one and are simply using paying customers as free QA testers. What are your guys' thoughts? I want to start with McSpicy. I feel like McSpicy, you'll have a very strong opinion on this matter.
Well,
What are your thoughts?
it depends on my mood and like how bad the beta. Like, well, if how glitchy the game is. I mean, let's take a good example and say Fortnite. That
Is it
game
still
was,
in beta
I think,
technically, or did they?
I actually
release
don't
it?
know.
I think February was their release date when they initially announced, or January.
all I know is that game was extraordinarily polished. I believe it was only a beta, just so they could do whatever they wanted.
And then they came out with Battle Royale.
That was one of the most polished games that was considered a beta I've ever played. Then you have games that come out that aren't a beta that
Clearly are.
clearly are. There's clearly glitches. There's, I don't know. Maybe we have to come up with some sort of standard, like I don't know. In film, like with photography, they have they have like they have a standard for as far as like your ISO. Actually, that stands for International Standards Organization.
There we go.
The ISO on the camera stands for an organization that makes it so ISO 100, 200, 400, 800, whatever it is, it actually means something, right? Maybe there has to be a standard for how crappy your game is when you release it. Because there's sometimes when I'm just furious.
And by crappy, we mean mechanical gameplay
Glitches.
crap, not storytelling or anything like that.
I
That's
don't know.
subjective.
I don't know. Yeah, this is completely subjective because Black Ops 4 crashed like every 45 minutes for me, but I freaking love that game.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I think
Well,
that
then
game.
you got Unity,
Yeah, and that one was funny for me. So yeah, Assassin's Creed Unity
one of the best ones you played.
was hilarious because their face would melt in front of your
It'd just be
cinematic, and I was laughing so hard. Then I'd climb the roof, and there would be one guy just running as fast as he can in place on the roof, and that's funny to me, right? But there are games where it's super frustrating. And so I don't know if I'm the correct person because it changes per game. I don't know how. This is completely subjective. I don't know how. Like Devout, he likes it because he feels like he's contributing, and then the game gets better, right? So,
Yeah.
dude, I have no idea. This is a tough one. I think because back in the day, like let's take like the Super Nintendo games.
You had to be final on release.
Whatever it was, that was the permanent release.
No patches back then.
No patches. But at the same time, back then, you didn't have to deal with networking. You didn't have to deal with... I mean, the games are substantially more complex today
I mean,
than
and
they
also
were.
back then, how much harder was it if someone found a glitch in Japan? The chances that it swept across a nation were much lower
Yeah, no
because there
YouTube.
was no internet, no forums. Like, information didn't flow as freely
Well,
as it does now. Like, in an hour, if there's a glitch, everybody knows about it, and your game is broken.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's...
But, I mean...
So it
go-
depends for you.
Well, it is. It depends because, I don't know, sometimes the glitches aren't that important, and sometimes they are. And when they are in a negative manner, then, of course... Like, okay, let's take a Call of Duty World at War, okay? And that was... I really liked Call of Duty at that point in my life. I was really into it. But when that game released in the multiplayer, kids were going underneath the map and shooting up. Completely ruined the game for me. I stopped playing multiplayer. I actually took the game back to GameStop at the time, and I was done after 3 weeks. If you're not, and they weren't, it took them a long time to fix it. That is a broken beta
Yeah.
in a multiplayer game. I can't. Why is it fun? I mean, I get it that they're trolling, and maybe that's hilarious for the people, but that breaks the competitive nature of the game, and that was a beta.
I think I know why that happened, by the way.
Oh,
In World at War.
yeah.
Fun, interesting gaming fact.
Okay.
So World at War was the immediate release after Modern Warfare, correct?
Yes.
So, Treyarch at the time basically said to Activision, look, we've done all this for you. We've made you a solid formula. Let us go to the modern era. Let us do our own thing, and we'll see how it works. You already got Treyarch, Infinity War. You already got Treyarch working on another, because Activision wanted to stay in World War II, right? They already had Treyarch working on World at War, which was World War II. So basically, Activision said, yeah,
And Infinity
you're
War
probably
did-
going to fail, but that's okay. We got World War II next year. We're good, right?
Yeah.
And we saw what happened with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It blew up, right?
Yeah. Awesome game.
So I think what happened was Activision was like, okay, World at War needs to take all of their multiplayer stuff and keep it in the game. And I think they just tried to add it You know what I
I
mean? Everything
gotcha.
tried to carry over too soon.
They tried to copy and paste.
Yeah, it didn't work. Anyway,
and then
fun fact.
interrupted in between,
that's
and then
not-
you have corrupted
Then
files.
he pasted the
sorry,
format.
Sorry,
They
that's
didn't
actually
paste.
that's actually not a fact, but that's just what I think
That's
would
your
happen
theory?
after hearing the post. But
This is a tough question.
No, I think
because-
it's a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's very subject. It's like I don't know the answer to this
Yeah.
because there are Black Ops 4. I freaking love. It's a fun game, but I get
You get
it's a
disconnected
beta. That
quickly.
game is a beta in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Well, I think game developers, honestly, I think it's because the world we live in, game developers do it for their own protection. Because, I mean, for example, you take a game, let's take Battlefront 2. It had some stuff in it that people didn't like. I thought the gameplay was fine. The mechanics were fine. The game itself was fine. But you had people in an uproar before the game was even launched publicly. I mean, people getting their senators, people getting their senators involved, right? I mean, and that, and I mean, no offense, yeah, I didn't like the microtransactions either, but I don't think we should involve the government anyway. But that's a different story. But I don't. I think I don't know. I think they do it for their own protection. Say, look, okay, it's a beta, so if there's something you absolutely hate, you won't tear apart the game for the next 2 years.
That's-
Because Battlefront. I play it every once in a while. You know, usually after I watch a Star Wars movie because I gotta put you in the
Get
mood.
your Star Wars on.
Yeah, so you play, and it's got good mechanics. It's got the Frostbite engine's good.
it's
and
beautiful.
they're still doing DLCs for
It's
it,
got
which
the
is
penis
great.
ship.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what the beta is? You know in Halo 3 that bubble shield that you
Yeah.
throw down and it lasts like 30 seconds?
Yeah.
That's the beta for a launch release.
For an online launch release,
yeah,
particularly.
because you're like,
Well, and I honestly
and,
like,
then, and then all the attacks are like bounced off because, well, it's a beta.
beta, we'll fix it. Well, think about it. If it was Battlefront beta and everybody had those microtransactions in there, because the microtransactions weren't live during the actual beta. You know what I mean? People would have obviously there would have been an uproar. And that's what people don't forget. EA changed it pretty much immediately. Like
Yeah.
it was when it came public release, because this is all pre 10-hour trial for all.
Yeah,
EA
this was
access
beta.
now. Yeah, essentially, yeah. But anyway, I like Red Dead Online. I don't think it's necessarily a beta. I
But
think
they
they're-
put that
I
beta
think
tag
they're
on
putting-
there in case they
It's the bubble shield.
in case
yeah,
your
like,
cell phone
oh.
can't connect
Yeah.
to your friends. Have you seen the memes out there? By the way, they'll be like, "I can't wait to connect with my friends," and it's like Arthur Morgan writing, and he's holding a cell phone. So funny, so funny. El Never in chat says, "I think games should do betas like PUBG, where it's not free, but you pay a very reduced price, and then you get to keep it when it finally releases at the full release price." I don't disagree with that. I think that's perfectly fine. I've done a couple games that way. I know what I'm getting into, and I'm willing to pay a discounted price to get in early.
No, I think that's fine as well.
I don't know. I don't know if I like
It
that.
can be abused. In
I
the
mean, I
respect,
pay extra money to get in early.
I know, and I buy those games
Yeah,
because I
that's
want to
what
play
I'm
them.
saying,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. That's the preview program. I don't know if I like that.
Oh, well, that's
but-
yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, regardless, it's a great discussion. Thank you very much, Devout Canyon, for writing in. I think we'll see it evolve and probably more developers, especially. So if you're a single player game, I don't think this is a necessity. This is primarily multiplayer games that do this because you're dealing with millions of people in your servers, millions of people trying to essentially break your game. Why not call it a beta and then patch everything? Boom, full release, we're done. Because you prevent reviewers from saying like, "Oh, I can't." You know, keep in mind this is just the beta. So you know what I mean. It does give you that. It's the bubble shield.
Yeah, it really is.
Gives you a good 30 seconds of immunity.
Yeah. T-Bomb Rocks writes in and says, with Xbox officially announcing the acquisition of Obsidian and In Exile, it has me thinking what the future will hold. Do you see both companies keeping their recent trend of smaller crowd-funded style RPG experiences, a sequel to Wasteland, which, by the way, I own Wasteland 2. I purchased Wasteland 2 because I watch people play. Holy, it's like OG Fallout. It's so good. Like Wasteland or Alpha Protocols, or do you see both devs, now that they're fully funded, making a larger scale RPG? I think they're going to take what they're good at and say, go for it. Whatever you need, make the best version of your survival RPG, turn-based combat game that you can make. We want to dominate in this area.
Well, and
I think that's what they're going to do.
That's what it sounded like when who is it? Is it Matt Booty when he was on stage talking about it? I think he said like they're all still their own teams. We're
Yeah.
not putting anything in.
Yeah.
They're going to do what they do.
They do what they do best.
They
And
just
what
now
do
have
best
billions
is
of
great
dollars to
games.
do what they
now
do.
they just have a huge platform and microphone to help them publish and market those games.
They do what they do. but now they do it with $1 billion.
That's what happened. That's what will happen when Microsoft purchases
Yeah.
us.
We'll do what we
We'll
do.
do what we
but
do.
we'll
You do
it
what
with
you
$1
do,
billion.
but here's $1 billion.
Yeah.
I like it.
We
I like
could-
where this is
and
going.
we'll be able to do what we do in bling with bling.
Yeah.
I'll get diamond teeth.
McSpicy, what do you think?
Oh no, I agree. That's why would they purchase this company?
And then say crowdfund all your
And
games.
I didn't say,
then
hey,
be
make a
like,
first-person
You
shooter.
know what?
Hey.
Let's have a budget meeting. You know that water cooler you got? Let's send it back.
You're
Craigslist
using
it.
Maybe
those
they'll still-
computers. They're too high end.
You bought way too many staplers. You got to pull it back a little bit.
Maybe they'll still let them crowdfund. Then Microsoft doesn't have to worry about anything.
That's what Sony does with their indie
Yeah,
games.
that's right. They
That's
did.
what they do.
We
They
love
took-
this game. You want to pay for
Yeah,
it?
that's exactly what the 2 years ago at E3. This isn't it amazing? Here's the crowdfund to go crowdfund it. Why would you even have them on your stage?
Sony, throw them a bone.
That's so funny. And then when
They must have given a dev kit for free, and that was their. That was
They
their
will provide you with free dev kits.
one free, just one. Just was the Office.
And then
dev
when it
kit.
fails, they just throw them under the bus. That's
Great question.
That's
Thank you
good
very
Sony
much.
Tactic.
T-Bomb Rocks. Free Radical writes in, and I'm curious on Jordan, the man in McSpicy here. He wants to know, what's the most you've spent on a game? He says, I've calculated how much I spent on Gems of War, and it's about $300.
Gems of War or Gears of War?
Gems of War.
Okay, I didn't know if that was a typo or not.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
Gems of
okay.
War.
No, that's a game.
He says, I've paid about $300 total. I played 560 hours, which is
wow.
5 times what I played in Destiny and spent $120 on. So he has spent $300 with 560 hours in there.
Does this count like Blizzard games?
Anything.
Um,
What's the game that you've spent the most
World
money
of
on?
Warcraft.
Yeah, I'm
Jordan
sure
Man is World of Warcraft. Approximately how much have you spent on World of Warcraft, do you think?
Okay.
Over your entire gameplay career.
Well, it's
here.
$15 a month since 2000.
I think Jordan wins on
Jordan wins.
It's like 2008.
Plus
every
expansions.
expansion.
Plus, do you ever pay
And
for
they-
currency?
And they added the shop. You know what they actually did? They came out with like 6 months thing, so I just pay it every 6 months now. It's a little bit cheaper.
Okay, we're up over $1,000 just in monthly.
Yeah, I don't think I can top
Monthly
that because I'm
fees.
like,
And then hours, I mean, I have countless characters.
What do
I've
you
maxed
think
out
you're over
couple.
1,000 hours?
Since 2008, I've
Oh yeah.
been playing that game.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So
Okay,
I don't
Jordan
know.
wins.
I don't know if
yeah, I think I'm like
I
around
mean,
$600.
$600. Hearthstone is that your
Hearthstone.
game?
Yeah, because the most powerful card in that game is your debit card.
Well, here, let me tell you exactly when.
So
This is truth. Hashtag truth.
So, and I every expansion I buy the $50 or $60 or $70. It changes every time they do it, just to support them. You know, well, of course I get cards from it, right? But
Oh,
every
no, it
expansion I
wasn't
feel like that's it. No, but yeah, when you're paying $15 a month plus the expansions, you win, Jordan.
Yeah, I was correct. I've literally been playing since 2008.
So I was in. I remember the release. So both you destroy me. I've never purchased in-game stuff really.
But does this include like Call of Duty? Well, no, Call of Duty doesn't close to Hearthstone.
no, Hearthstone is going to be.
They come
yours
out with
for
3
sure.
expansions
I
every
figured
year.
that would be yours, Jordan. I'd never even thought of I never even considered World of Warcraft. Dang.
I actually played it this week.
So I remember the release. The first time I saw World of Warcraft, I was in British Columbia. I was there shooting a film, and no, I really was in British Columbia, and I was at this dude's house, and he's sitting there. He's like, "Have you? I just went to the release and got to the World of Warcraft." I'm like, "World of Warcraft? What? The new like strategy game?" I didn't know that it was being developed. I wasn't really that into it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "No, come look at this. I just unlocked this mount, and it was the lion flying with wings, and he's flying over thing." And I was like, "Whoa,
oh, it must have been Burning Crusade if it was.
whoa,
flying.
this
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah.
This is really cool." And it was like week 1 of the launch.
Well, of the expansion, because if it was flying, it was the first expansion.
Okay, maybe it was the first expansion. Yeah,
yeah.
But
Which, by the
I
way,
remember
was
exactly
huge.
where I was up past. I was up past Alaska. I think it was like 2:00 in the afternoon, and it was pitch
Dude,
black
his
outside.
ping to Azeroth up there must
His
have been
ping
brutal.
he was close to Azeroth actually. I think he almost was in Azeroth. I think we were right on the border of Azeroth.
Because I'll tell you, man, back in those days, it was.
Dude,
It was rough sailing.
he was a tech guy though. He like a software developer.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure he had some major ping. Some pingage. He took care of his pingage.
Well, have you
Got to.
guys
Got
ever
to.
watched the documentary that I showed you, Looking for Group, when they talk about their server issues?
Yeah.
No, but I'm
They
excited to watch
basically
that.
they had a year's worth of servers ready to go, and they had plans to do everything. They turned basically all their servers were going to be turned on within a year. They turned them all on like in the first hour.
Oh.
Yeah. And when it flashes to the server guys, like you can tell the ones that were there, as opposed to like the ones that just got hired last year, you know, because they're like they twitch when you talk to like.
So you break out into
Like,
hives.
I
Like,
don't
they
ever,
do- they were
I don't
say-
ever want to experience
okay.
that again.
I don't know if I've told the story on podcast, but there's an event in World of Warcraft that was really famous. Basically, the writers and the developers upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
had-
No, you told it.
Yeah.
You said it multiple times.
Yeah.
But not in the last couple years. I want to hear it again.
I think you said it like 6 episodes
Ah,
ago.
it'll only take a minute.
Okay.
I
So,
like this story.
The developers upstairs decided, hey, we're gonna do this big event, but we only want it to happen once per server. So, and they're like, that'd be so cool, right? So anyway,
They didn't consult
They didn't-
the server guys.
yeah, they didn't consult
They
the
didn't-
server guys.
They didn't consult Jim downstairs.
Yeah. And
the mailroom.
basically, what
Jim and Harry.
happens is on every server, every player in the world was converging on one spot to watch the opening of these gates.
They're like, what is happening?
So basically,
guys, what's happening?
And then in the interview, the guys
red
were like,
lights are going off.
yeah. In the interview, the guys like, yeah, you remember that? And they were laughing, and then it flashes to the server guys, and they're like, we don't do that anymore. Like they were super serious because what
you
had
consult
happened,
us before you do something like
what
that.
had happened is like CPUs were just poof, and they had to like pull out blades and put in new ones. Yeah,
Guys, is it could we
like
utilize
they had a bad day.
could we utilize our own server for anything, like a legit server?
Like the XoneBros server?
An XoneBros server for something? I'd like to have that. I'd like to have an XoneBros server. I don't know what for. I don't know why I'd use it.
yeah.
Just as a toy. I'd like to be able to switch out blades, maybe give away a blade every once in a while
they
with
sign
our
them.
autograph, you know?
If you can find a purpose, maybe we can figure out to do it.
I think we get a purpose.
So imagine,
I just had my server break this
So
week.
imagine that, Mark. You just see smoke coming out of one of them, and you have to run and grab it and slide a new one in, or else 1,000 players are going to be pissed at you.
Yeah, I don't want to imagine
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and like
Let's
for,
create an MMO,
for like a
an
week,
XoneBros MMO, and just have a server.
just one.
Just one server for it. I mean, why not?
I mean,
Anyway.
don't we do that in Minecraft?
I mean, it's basically Minecraft.
Yeah.
Except I gotta pay for that all the time.
No,
just give me my own
what
server.
do you think? If we do it by ourselves, it's going to be cheaper?
No, but at least I'll get the satisfaction of having
No.
my own.
You would have me do it. Yeah. No, I don't think
Yeah, you'd be our server guy.
I would.
Be like, Mark, this is what we want to do. You'd be like, I don't think we can do that, man.
not with our budget.
No, I think it's gonna blow up. I'll just be like, well, we're doing it. So you gotta okay, ready? We're hitting launch right now. Alarms are going off.
I don't want to do that. It's like, look at my eyes droop and like the stress.
That
I don't want to do that anymore.
That'd be a fun time.
I don't want to talk
Great
about this.
question, though. Thank you very much, Free Radical. Aaron Zucker writes in and says, what are the Black Friday deals you're keeping an eye on? I think I'm ready to really experience the 4K Visual Love Fest. That is the TCL 65-inch 4K. He's going to pull the trigger on it.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
tell you, 4K Visual Love Fest is real. It's legit.
I have 51.
I'm 55.
Yeah.
Boom. My Black
You
Friday.
win.
My Black. Thank you. My Black Friday. My Black Friday deals I always go for the Blu-rays. Maybe some hard disk games this year because I'm doing my my video game collection and I'm keeping them unopened.
I keep meaning to bring all
So
my.
I'm purchasing games whenever they go on sale. I'm purchasing them. For instance, I have Mass Effect Andromeda was my latest one in the box, unopened.
I'm sure that one is going to be a huge success.
Dude, when people
It's all
want to
about
go
rarity,
back
man.
and do those
If
facial
if it wasn't a success, it actually in the long run will be a success because it will be
it'll be
a
like
rarity.
E.T.
Be like ET.
People are going to
Yeah.
start burying them,
Where it
digging
was
them up
buried
from the
in. So now if
landfills
you
and-
own it, it's actually worth a lot because it's considered one of the worst games.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyways, so I'll go after games and DVDs or Blu-rays is where I normally go after of movies and seasons of television shows because I get them for like $6 on Black Friday. McSpicy, anything that you?
No.
Oh, you're doing a PC
Yeah, I'm doing a new PC build next week. I don't know what's going to be on
for
sale,
Black Friday.
right? But I have my part list, and when Black Friday hits, I'm just going to go online and see if I get any deals.
Also, Cyber Monday. You might get the double.
Should I wait
whammy.
till Cyber Monday?
No, Cyber Monday is always a disappointment. I'll be perfect.
I think it's
in
fake.
My feeling.
I think
Yeah.
someone just made it up and no one actually does it.
Yeah,
I actually think everything in the world is made up.
And actually, honestly, in my later years,
Even language.
with the exception of Doorbusters, I feel like the Black Friday sales just stay all the way through Christmas.
Yeah, true.
with the exception of the doorbusters.
I hit up Costco. If you're looking for a new TV, Costco, my friend, their deals are legit.
I don't know. I think it's not made up. I went into T-Mobile on a Black Friday on accident to get a phone.
Oh, and you're like,
Yeah, but that was a doorbuster.
you're like stuck in a not stuck. I mean, you got a deal that you have till this day.
I cannot believe. Even the guy was like,
This is what they're telling us to do.
I don't know how they're doing this either.
I'm literally handing you money. Here you go.
I did. The 2 tablets are right there for free, plus 2 free lines. That was like 2 years ago. Okay. I guess I'll do that. Can I have a phone?
Jordan, how about yourself? Anything Black Friday you're going to be looking to get?
I think I have everything I want.
Oh, wow. Look at you. Content. We do have a Best Buy now right next to us.
Yeah, I'll probably go there.
That's where I go for the Thanksgiving. Big Spicy, will you be joining us, actually?
Oh yeah, you
How
live-
early?
You live right between us.
Yeah. We
I'm a bro sandwich.
Yeah.
we go in the evening. I mean, they stay open till like midnight, so we just go whenever.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with you.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to get out of where I'll be, so I'll go pretty early.
Yeah.
The dungeon.
Viper in chat says, does McSpicy mainly use Newegg or other good sites? So I use a site to build my...
Joseph Fries.
What?
Fries.
That was
Fries
French
Electronics.
fries?
Like electronic joke.
Fries Electronics.
Oh, okay.
I think David gets
So,
some good.
if you guys ever want to like experiment and have a good time building a computer or the parts for a computer, PCPartPicker.com. They don't sponsor us, but it's really fun.
That's PCPartPicker.com.
PCPartPicker.com. I use that all the time just to dream.
Enter code Positive Gaming at checkout to receive a 50% discount.
No, that's not true at all. No, so I go there to do my build because it does a really good job at only giving you options of what's compatible. For example, motherboards, and I'm getting like for my new build, I'm getting the new i9 9900K processor that
How
just
much does that run?
came out
like 1,000?
No, it's like 550,
Oh, that's not
600
bad.
bucks.
It's not bad at all.
It's brand new. Yeah, they have ones that are a couple grand if you want to
Yeah.
really get
like
freaky.
the server
Maybe
grade
I'll
one.
jump into an i9.
No, they're good. It's a really good. It's a really good processor that just barely came out. And
Is
with
it-
that processor, only a certain number of or a certain type of
Motherboards,
chipset of
yeah.
motherboards
Have
will work
you
with that.
compared it to the what do they call it? The Ryzen and the Threadripper?
I did look at like the tests and stuff. It actually ranked pretty well. Not per like they have. So for all the like benchmark tests, they have what it does on the overall list, how it benchmarks against how much dollars you're spending against it. So it does poor on
Dollars.
because it's brand new, but it does really well. It's like 11th place behind the $1,500, the high end stuff,
Yeah,
right? So it actually still is pretty good, but the 9900K is what I'm getting.
Tell Jordan about the read write speed of those M2s.
Oh, the M2? Yeah.
I think I'm going to be purchasing one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Can I transfer over my Windows key? Like, or is it
Should
stuck
be
on
able to.
my
No,
hard drive?
Do you have the disc or not disc, but
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
CD
I do.
key?
I do.
You should
I
be
do.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just
I
use
think
that.
I'm gonna jump
kill
on
the
that.
old one. I assume maybe I'm teaching you how to pirate, but I think
No,
I think
pretty
if
sure
you-
you can. I think you're right.
I think if you kill the old one, you can still use it on the new one. No, but yeah, a lot has changed in the last like 2 years of hard drives and SSDs in PCs. Blows my mind. So M.2 is a new SSD tech that's built into motherboards. I don't know if people are going to be bored by this or not.
No. Continue. I'm fascinated.
But
You inspired me. Going
no,
to get
yeah.
an M2.
Like back when I was this PC build that I have, standard SSD. I have a Samsung on there. The read writes were like 450 read and write. Really good back then.
Yeah.
Nowadays, with how motherboards are, you can. So they have a new type of SSD. It's an M.2 design, which is like a little. It snaps kind of in. That's what it is. M.2. They used it before for like RAM and some other stuff
Sure.
on laptops and stuff. But it snaps in, and it's
Question real quick.
it's a solid state drive.
Yeah,
Essentially.
that snaps in. Do I have a motherboard that will be able to utilize that, or is it
You have to get a new one.
specified motherboard?
If your motherboard hasn't been built in the last year, you probably don't have it.
Mine hasn't. I mean,
Yeah.
my computer's new, but guaranteed my motherboard's
Yeah.
not brand new.
But what's cool with the new Intel like motherboards that are coming out is like the Gigabyte motherboard I'm getting is I have a couple slots for that, and
Sure.
the read writes on those are fast. They're like 1,300 read writes.
Going from 450 to 1300. Neck break.
Crazy speeds. Already that's crazy speeds. But you can do a RAID inside of the BIOS now, which means you can. What rating is it takes hard drives and it basically combines. You can have it.
Them.
Yeah, you can combine their powers and speeds to make a really simplified version. You can get now with like the motherboard I'm getting, you can get 3,500 read-write speeds, which blows my mind. As a media developer for 4K video, 8K video, whatever it is, that I had no idea that happened within the last couple years.
Your bottleneck will be your software.
No, well, it's not necessarily software. It would be your CPU, your RAM, which I'm going. They have
big.
good RAM now.
You're going big.
The media PCs for the regular people like us that don't have billions of dollars, in the last 2 years, the game has changed.
Interesting.
It's awesome. It blows my mind.
That's exciting. I'm very excited for you. Great question.
So,
I don't know who we're talking to. Oh, Black Friday deals. So you're going to be looking for
so
PC parts.
If you want to look at that stuff, look it up because I'm really impressed with the read-write speeds with SSDs, like the new style M2 SSDs.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
Dude, I'm really excited. You make me want to spend money that I don't have.
That's what I'm good for.
Yeah, that's what you're good for. Mr. McSwitch writes in and says, "Hey guys, McSwitch here. I wanted to give you a quick thanks before my question for my copy of Battlefield 5. That's right. He won the drawing.
Hold on one sec. I never answered Viper's question. Does he mainly use Newegg or other good sites? PC Part Picker lets you line up your parts,
Sure.
and then it shows you all. It's an aggregate of all the sites and what their prices are.
The cheapest price you can look at.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what I do. So
He says, McSwitch says, I fully plan on putting more time than I should in the game while representing our XoneBros family, but I wanted to bring up a question from last cast and double down on it. He says, you discussed taking a break from games and coming back to games that are stress-free and relaxing. So it made me wonder, have you ever played any games that did the exact opposite? Games that, despite how much you love it, stressed you out. He says, for me, it's literally any time I play Overwatch. There's nothing more stress-inducing than losing 5 games in a row and watching your SR plummet. Thanks again, guys. Games that stress you out, no matter how much you love playing them.
I would agree
Jordan.
with Overwatch.
Overwatch for you?
Especially when you did like the ranked stuff. It got pretty stressful.
Got pretty stressful, even though you enjoyed playing it.
Even though you enjoy it, yeah.
It's super stressful. For me, doing this season of Madden was eye-opening because at first when I was playing it all the time, I was playing it online, I was streaming it, I was killing people. Then other games come out, I step away, I only play my match games, and I want to do good, and I'm losing. I'm like, why the F am I playing this? Like, what the heck? But then you want to play and win and be good, and so yeah, Madden for me would be that one.
Yeah, I would say Overwatch. Well, any game that I take competitively, it bugs me because I'm not very good at them. And in real life, golf.
Golf. Oh, you got to go in with that. That's an attitude game, man.
Yeah.
You got to go. And here's the thing. If you haven't been golfing in a while, you'll have a great game. You'll be like, golf is nothing.
Easy. And then when you try.
Then you're trying, and you go back, and you have the worst game of your life, and you're like throwing your clubs, breaking stuff. You're like, I don't know why I play this effing game.
Yeah. I have thrown a driver probably 50 yards, and that sucked because when you throw it, I mean, I spun and launched it as hard as I could, and people that knew me knew I was on that hole. It was like a layered course, you know. They couldn't see me, but they saw this club flying in the air. I threw that thing so far. When you throw it that far, it lands and it pops.
The head
It
breaks
just
off.
broke the shaft,
Oh,
and
man.
I had
It just
to.
makes it worse.
Yeah, because I was so mad. I just like calmly just started spinning like you know Brad Pitt and Troy when he's throwing that big whatever. And I chucked it, and it was perfect. I should be a track or whatever.
Yeah, track with the javelin or something.
Track and
Yeah, because it was good. It was pretty launch. And then I walk up to it thinking that it was survived. It popped in 2.
And that made you more mad.
Yeah. Well, what it did is it made me use my irons. And then
you
I'm
did
like,
good.
then
You
I'm
did
like,
good.
you know what? Screw
Screw
drivers.
the driver.
This
I never
driver
hit that thing straight. Pickle says games that stress him out are any scary games. Viper says any Madden or first-person shooter, basically. I think we all have the game that we enjoy that stresses us out. Great question, McSwitch. Thank you very much for writing in. Last but not least, we have the one and only, the man with the tan. His pheromones are on fire. It's Neil Dodsworth. Neil Dodsworth writes in and says, hey, guys. Amazing effort from you. A breath of happy, sweet-smelling, that's our pheromones, by the way, fresh
Vanilla.
air. Vanilla. Dirty English.
And
Clean Colombian.
Clean Colombian.
One of the advantages of your venture is hopefully like-minded people. He wants to know, how do we all find each other online, begin to play together, and really reap the benefits of your hard work? Thank you, Mercy, from us here in Europe. Neil Dodsworth. So for anybody new, we do have a lot of new listeners, a lot of new people with all the hype around Xbox and all the success that Xbox is happening that are discovering the podcast for the first time. If you want to meet legitimately like-minded gamers who are positive, not trolls, just enjoy gaming and can just have discussions about games, disagree, and recognize that there are disagreements of opinions, and that just keeping it positive, man, then come and join us on Discord. That is honestly the best place to connect with everyone and anyone. Also, our Facebook page is a pretty decent place to connect with people as well. Facebook, just search XoneBros, we pop up, or Discord, just xonebros.com, click the Discord button, that gets you your invite, and come and join us there.
Discord, yeah, hop on Discord. That is a powerful place to meet everybody and to get like-minded gamers. I'm gonna do a shout out to our barber Blake. I remember when we first started going to him, he didn't have an Xbox, and by talking to us, that stuff, he got one. But I don't think it was really until he joined our Discord where he was able to meet a lot of people on there.
That the Xbox solidified.
And now he would not have been able, I don't think, but he would not have been able to do all the Sea of Thieves, because he's a Sea of Thieves.
He's always on Sea of Thieves.
He's always on Sea of Thieves, and he runs with a crew from Discord. A lot of the guys. Sorry if I can't remember your names, everybody that runs with Barbara Blake, but there's a lot of communities on our Discord just like that.
Minecraft,
Destiny,
Minecraft is there.
Destiny's there. A lot of cool guys that just all you got to do is say, "Hi, I'm new here. I like this game." And they'll be like, okay, we're probably playing tonight. Let's hop on. What's your gamer tag, etc.
It's like mandating for gaming.
It is.
It's like gaming dating.
You don't got to pay a subscription.
You don't got to pay. Yeah.
Which is free.
We match you for free.
Yeah, we match you. Our algorithm matches you for free.
Yeah. If you want these cool shirts that we're wearing, you do have to pay.
That algorithm.
Yeah, that's different. But no, we even have a gamer tag section on Discord that allows you to see other people. So.
Yeah, and I would like to say something. I have been going hard at speaking of Discord here. Thank you, by the way, Neil Dodsworth, and everyone from Europe. Howdy doody. I would like to just say I am doing normally I hit New Year's resolutions pretty hard. That's coming up. We're at that time of year. Been thinking about it. This year I'm doing a little bit different. I am hitting the gym hard. I have been for the last 2 weeks. I'm doing cardio every day. I'm hitting the weights and then cardio. I'm always making sure I get that cardio in. I'm trying to get as in good shape I can during the holidays before New Year's, so that at New Year's, at that point, I'll set my fitness goal for the next year. So I've been posting in Gamer Strength on Discord, like my daily. I'm using that to keep me accountable.
That's a channel for exercising.
Yeah, it's a channel for exercising that we have on Discord called Gamer Strength. If you want to join me in that journey and do the same thing, come over, post what your workouts are, what you're eating, tell when you're eating bad, stuff like that. Post pictures. I always post a picture at the end. Subset always posts pictures of his workouts. Free Radicals in there talking about he's trying this new diet and he's loving it. Come and join us, especially hit the holiday. If you can do well during the holidays, I'm going to see if this theory works. Get super good, as good in shape as you can.
Okay.
Within reason, and then hit New Year's, you're hit the ground running and go from there.
I'm going to do the exact opposite.
Okay.
And I'm just going to eat food and not work out.
Okay.
Pretty much my normal routine.
Okay.
And then we'll see when I hit January 1st, and then I'll start working out with you. We'll see who goes the distance.
We'll see who goes the distance.
We'll see what's more effective.
Our controlled group, the experiment.
Jordan, you just don't do anything.
Well, no, I always set like little goals that I know I can meet, because I know I'm not going to meet anything like worthwhile. You know?
Don't lose
That's my attitude.
Don't lose my job this year.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Don't get a divorce.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
I get you.
And then
set that bar low, and you'll always accomplish.
And then I don't feel bad like 3 days in when I screw something up. You know,
when you you already fell your goal.
Yeah,
you already got that divorce on January 3rd.
Like, no, like read a chapter this year. I don't know.
Read a chapter
from
a book. Yeah. Read.
Read something other than street signs.
Oh, that gif is hilarious. Hey, that does us for this week, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed the show. For everybody new in the community, welcome.
Yeah.
Is there like a foreign word for welcome that you guys know?
Bienvenido.
Bienvenido.
Hot lady.
That means welcome.
Is that what that means?
No,
Is that
it
your slang?
literally means welcome.
What's
what
the
was
slang
the other?
for hot,
what was,
hot
what
chick?
was the other one?
Oh,
for
bien
hot
buena.
Bien buena.
Yeah, it sounds the same to me.
Bien buena.
What's funny about Bienvenido is I didn't realize that Will Smith song said that, Bienvenido a Miami. That's saying welcome to Miami. And he goes, welcome to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. I had no idea that they were speaking Spanish.
And then you learn Spanish.
Then I
and
learned
you were
Spanish.
like, a whole new world opened up to you.
Blew my mind.
It's like when I learned English. This world opened up to me that I didn't know existed.
Same here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. I know I've mentioned this on the show a long time ago. But like that commercial, every kiss begins with K.
Yeah, you just got that one?
I remember the moment I understood
Yeah, and
that
you're like-
reference.
you're
I was
like,
sitting.
"Whoa."
I was sitting in the golf store that I used to work at
Yeah.
in the lunchroom, and I was watching ESPN Poker. It came on. It was either ESPN Poker or Star Trek, whatever mood I was feeling. And then that every kiss begins with K, and then it was like smacked me in the face. I'm like, holy crap! Every kiss does begin with the letter K.
Every kiss begins with... Can we harmonize that real quick? Ready? Let's...
Every kiss begins with K.
Oh, that's good. Jordan, you got to come in... what we need, like a middle...
No,
middle
I'm
guy?
not doing this. I'm not. Every kiss begins with K.
Ooh, that was good. We were
Bing.
harmonized there.
Yeah, there's lots of things like that blew my mind. Totally blew my mind.
That was good.
I was
there is some
like,
things-
the next day I'm in the shower. Holy crap!
Holy
It
crap,
does
every kiss does begin with K. I get it.
Changed my life.
That's like when you're listening to a song and you actually finally hear the words and you're like,
Bienvenido a Miami.
oh my goodness, what? This is what this song is talking about?
Bienvenido a
Dude,
Miami.
you know what that's like? It's like when if you watch, everybody's seen Grease, right? As a kid, right? And
I
you
actually
watch,
have not yet
okay.
seen Grease.
Anyway, and then
My
you
wife
watch it
loves
again.
that show.
Yeah,
It's
and,
dirty.
And then
I
you
kinda
watch it
refuse to
again
watch
as
it.
an adult, and you're like, whoa,
Whoa.
yeah, because it is
I understand
bad.
what they're talking
You're
about
like,
now.
When did that part happen?
Whoa.
That's true.
Yeah, and you're
It's
like,
a dirty
ooh,
show.
Yeah,
It's a
But
very
you know
dirty
what?
show.
I like it.
And then, as a kid, you didn't get any of those
Yeah,
references.
it just goes right over you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. There's a lot of shows I'm sure that are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Hit the button.
Let's hit the button. Take us out of here. Thank you guys again. Hope you guys have a fantastic week. Next week is Thanksgiving. We will have a show on that Friday. It's not until
we will?
Christmas that we have the days off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries. Hey, if you haven't yet, if you want to support the show and you haven't yet, please head over to iTunes, like us there, rate us, review us. We're over 300 reviews, guys. So thank you very much. It helps us in the rankings. Subscribe to us on iTunes. It really means a lot to us. Have a great week. We'll see you guys next time. And we're back. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Another fun show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're a little bit. We're early this week because we had some things come up, so we had to do it early. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. We love hanging out with you guys.
Hey, aloha was another one.
Aloha, yes.
Wait, that means hello and goodbye.
And goodbye.
That doesn't
It's like
necessarily
welcome.
welcome.
That's like welcome.
Huh.
What's Donka Shane? Isn't that the
Donka
same
is
thing?
thank you, isn't it?
Isn't that also like the same as hello? Like Donka Shane.
I know what Shiza means. I learned that from
Donka-
Jason Bourne.
Donka Shane.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, thanks for being awesome, guys. Hopefully, you can catch some streams and the next show.
All right.
That's right. Jordan's is you're very welcome. Oh, Donka Shane's you're very welcome. There we go. You were right. Spicy. There we go.
I know my languages.
Hey guys, Jordan, are you doing a late night stream tonight?
No.
No, never mind.
Hey, guess what, guys? Jordan is not streaming
Guess
tonight.
what? Oh, Tokyo Rose is here. What is up, Tokyo Rose? How are you, man?
Oh!
I may or may not do one tomorrow afternoon.
Hey, Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
I believe you go down right here.
Oh, there it is. Right there, right above Jordan's head.
Recognize
Tokyo
that?
Rose
Oh,
3D
yeah.
printed that, baby.
Look at that thing.
Check out my hammer. How you doing, man? I'll have to catch the podcast later. I almost missed the whole show. Oh, my goodness. Someone I recognize. Tokyo Rose. That's right. The OGs. These are the OGs.
I met him in real life. Cool guy.
The
Cool
OGGs. The GOGs.
guy. Let's see. What am I doing?
We're going to credits, I believe.
Right
now?
That's what we're doing. Let's throw on the credits
Oh,
real
there
quick.
we go. Look at that. Look how clean that looks.
Thank you to all your Patreon supporters. By the way, before we go,
Oh, you want to close up?
yeah, I'm going to show a close up. You want to these shirts went out to our producers every 6 months. What? Okay, apparently I got to runway announce David. He's walking, and what am I? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. This is the 6-month rendition of the XoneBros producer shirt. Notice the absolutely horrifying belly and breasts right there. And notice that he's really actually kind of strong at the same time. He's spinning in circles. This shirt was given to our producers that have supported us for $20 for 6 months. Every 6 months we will change up the shirt, but there you go. This is we'll call this the year one OG shirt. So if we want to get a shirt like this, consider helping us out on Patreon.
This is the beta.
This is
Beta edition.
The beta edition. And if you have paid $20 and are at the 6 months, we kind of had to split up the months. You'll get yours soon.
Next month.
Next
Round
month.
1 went out this
Yeah.
month. Round 2 goes out next month.
Viper says I wouldn't be a good stripper announcer. I agree.
Oh.
The Shadow Navy, yes, you should be getting it. If you didn't get it this month, you'll get it next month. We had a lot of hard-hitting 20s,
Yeah,
and we're trying to split it up a little
We
bit.
split it up. So first shipment went out. Next shipment will go out in 2 weeks, I want to say.
Yeah, this is the Season 1 shirt, so you got the
Season
Season 1
1
shirt.
Boom. Hi, Warriors. Nicely done.
Yeah. Did you show the shirt? Like,
Oh, let me show it
do
again.
you know how to focus it? Focus the camera on your pectoral muscles? Here, I'm going to even go big screen. Here, I'm going to go big. There you go. XoneBros. Heart Gaming. We love... Yeah, there you go. You really do. There you go. Flex it. Flex it. Yeah, they are C's. David's measurements are 36, 36, 36.
Oh, you can move them.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing, David. Oh my gosh.
What else can you
Go
move?
ahead and focus us again. I mean, you don't have to.
What else can you move?
Yo. The Captain Morgan. All right, I'm going to throw up the producer credits right now. Is that cool? All right, there we go. Alpha X Builder.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
These are those that will get these shirts after 6 months.
Beast 420.
Beastie Leasty. Cerebra Assassin as Dutch.
Dooch.
The Dutchnicity.
I call him Dooch.
The Dooch. Chief, there he is. Chief Wiggum with Sadie, who I'm incredibly attracted to at the moment.
She's hot.
Yeah, yeah, her attitude too. Dark Knight, the darkness of the night. He's in the playoffs. For Madden.
Dylan Domingo.
Double D.
Thank you for blocking that.
Aloha. Dominic DeBasio. Thank you for blocking that view.
view. Yeah.
Hey, that was the prize.
They'll pay us
That
$20
was
to
the prize.
shut off the camera.
Dr. Abel Abraham, the one and only doctor.
Freaky R.O.
Freaky Deaky. From horseback. Not everyone can do it from horseback.
Free
but
I
we
do
can.
it. I do it from horseback.
Free
It's
radical.
I feel like horseback's
Oh,
easier.
I like horseback, yeah.
Because
Greg
you,
Chaney.
you have the extra height advantage. You
The
can
one and
see
only
over.
Greg Chaney.
Okay, yeah, let's go back to
Hap-
this.
Happy
Mayo.
Mayo.
Happy Mayo. Happy Mayo.
That's Hang News Tree.
Jessica
Upchurch.
Jessica.
Upchurch.
Jessica.
Kid of all dreams.
Cat of all dreams.
Really good.
There
Michael Contini, thank you
Michael
for your
Contini.
support.
R56 Cooper, come to aisle 3, please. R56 Cooper.
You keep going. I gotta choose
Reactor
another song.
leak.
Reactor leak. Your parents are looking for you.
Richard Brown.
Richard Brown. Can we call you Dick? Ronan. Have no fear. Ronan's here. What's happening?
That's our old one. That's our old
Tezza
one.
Man, my brother from down under. It's Tezza Man. Oh, there he is, the Shadow Navy, Christopher Corran.
Hey, I've been to that part in the campaign.
There we go.
Tier 1
That's the
Ops.
song.
Tier 1 Ops. Been to that part too.
Oh, that's the Hangman's tree.
Yeah, I've been there.
Last but not least,
I've
it's
been to-
Wheezy Deezy, Wheezy the Whistle.
I've also been to that part.
Thank you very much, everybody. We will see you later. Have a great week. Bye-bye now. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.